Alright,
Hey,
there it
are we
is.
live?
There we are.
Is it?
Yeah, it's up.
Look at those sexy bastards.
I know, right? It's fucking dope.
I minimized the. Now I can only see Viking in my Discord.
Oh, right.
How do you fix that?
Jesus. Christ. Good start. Good
Good
start.
start. Great. That's awesome. Alright.
That's fine. I can see the main thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, hello, everybody, and anybody who's watching this in the future. Welcome to the inaugural stream of UnderClocked. It's the gaming podcast where we try our very best not to get banned. To my right, I think it is a Viking. Is this
No,
right? No,
you go,
wrong
no, go
direction.
other way.
Yeah, other way. So to this direction is Viking, the non-Nordic future spaceman from the land down under. Viking, say hello wherever direction you're in.
Hi.
To my other direction is Gory. You know, the gun-toting, cigar-smoking, stripper-fucking, soaring eagle himself, Mr. Gory. Say hello.
I didn't know that was part of it, but now it is. So good. Well, there was that one time in Germany, so
There was
There's always some
the time
time.
you're
it's
sworn to
legal. It's
secrecy.
legal over there. So.
And hello, I am the loudmouth liability, Coop here. So thank you for everybody for joining us and or watching this in the future. And our first topic today is Viking. What's our first topic?
It was The Division 2 that came out
Division.
on the, what did it come out on the 15th? Yeah.
For all the
technically-
plebs, for all the
Well,
poor people.
For all the poor
Yeah.
people. For us who bought it earlier, we got it 3 days earlier. So we got it Tuesday on the, whatever fucking day that is, the 12th.
Which was a really nice. That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
like,
I
I didn't
fucking-
realize until last Thursday or something
Yeah.
that I was
when
like,
we were
oh, we
talking
get it
about
early.
We were just talking about it and we're like, holy shit. But no, we've all been playing it. We've all been playing the fuck out of it. I think we're all roughly around the 20 mark, except for Coop, who is like, I don't want to play it anymore.
Fuck you.
But no, it's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I know Gory has been, and he's really wanting to get this over and done with so he can go back and play it.
Yeah, let's just wrap it up. Good show.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Yeah,
it.
all right,
Done.
good to go, guys. I see.
Just so close to
Yep.
30.
Wait, what level are you now?
24, wasn't
I
it?
am just hit 25 at that last mission
Oh,
when
yeah.
we stopped.
I got to 22.
What am I, like,
You're like 10.
16 or something? Fuck you.
No, it's that's how I play those kind of games when they come out. Like I'll just play them to death. It's like
Yeah.
a song. It's like a good song comes out, you just play
Put it
to
on
death.
repeat like
and
300
you hate
times.
it.
And
Worst song ever
Yes.
after a month.
I love it. Like whatever 2 days ago, you're like, man, this game fucking sucks. And then yesterday, like, dude, this game is so good, dude. I can't even stop, bro. Like,
Unlike the
Yeah.
opposite with Anthem, where he just said, fuck this, I'm done.
Well, that was just
Well, did you
a
play
terrible
Anthem?
game.
Yeah.
Oh, I played it to death. No, Anthem was just terrible.
what do you mean to death? It
you
came out like
couldn't-
2 weeks ago.
I played it exactly. It had a
Exactly.
short life, like an insect, a cicada.
It's
And,
like,
I smashed it.
Yeah, no.
That's
Dude.
it.
I played the first. You know where you go and get that scientist guy, like the one of the first real missions co-op ones.
That was actually the coolest guy in the entire story, I think. The bald guy. I'm
yeah,
trying to think.
yeah. The arc guy or whatever. The guy who blew up part of the
The
cave.
Archivist.
The archivist. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I got that far, and then I was like, "This is fucking gay," and I stopped
Yeah.
playing it.
Yeah, I got over it pretty quickly as well. It was fun at the start. It was different, but I was just but when you go
It
back,
just felt
when we
It
go,
might be cool in a couple years.
Yeah,
Like
they
there's
should've-
something
Yeah.
there.
we've
But
already.
no, the archivist, his storyline turns out awesome. He does a thing, and it splits him into 3 people, and
That's
it's
sick.
3
Yeah.
personalities. It's you got like the really smart one, and then you've got the really angry one, and then you've got the casual one. And they are trying to figure out their own places in the world and interact with each other. And they've all made the decision not to go back to one. It's really cool. And
That's
like
actually cool.
You find out there was a girl in the bar that was dating him a while ago, and then like something happened, and they had to break up.
See, I-
This is
like-
Anthem, by the way.
Yeah, no, we've
Oh, yeah,
already,
yeah.
we've already got.
And when they break, when the 3 people, when they split, she actually, you do like a little conversation back and forth, and like you can direct them what to do. You know how video games go. and she ends up reestablishing a relationship, but with the bad boy, whatever that guy's name
Ooh.
is. Yeah, and like your character actually says, "The bad one, really?" Or no, not the bad one. He
But like,
had a different word for it, but he was like, "You went for that one?"
yeah, like,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
But
Took
when
about
we,
4 seconds for us to derail there. Okay.
yeah, I think, yeah, we knew this would happen. We
Yeah,
knew,
Anthem sucks. Division awesome for now.
yeah, for now.
For now.
Well, we haven't
Yeah, except for
we haven't
fucking.
finished everything in that yet, and we just
No,
found
well that's
the best way to level up in that too, didn't we? We just
well that's the point. Anthem came
What?
out on Friday, and by the next Friday, I was literally done and playing Zombie Army Trilogy because I had beaten the
Ew,
game
why are you playing that?
because it's a really fun game. I had beaten the
I got all
game
like
in
insulted,
1
like,
week,
how dare you?
and there was the end game was grind Tyrant Mine over and over again. That was the end game. So I literally did everything. I've been playing Division 2 way more, and I feel like I have probably 3 weeks before I have done everything. So
there's a lot to do in
so
that
much
game.
more content.
Yeah,
What's the thing? Like, I was looking at the map, and like we've done a lot of the shit in the first like middle zones, but there's like a solid like 50% of the map that I haven't even gone into yet. Like, I don't even like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's so much shit.
Yeah.
Plus 3 dark zones, even though Viking cried when we went in there last time. But you
that's
know,
because
No,
you
he
guys.
gets
That's
those-
because you guys went rogue for no fucking reason other than just to go
um,
rogue.
I went rogue.
We went rogue for a
when I play
reason.
these games, I'm all about efficiency. Like if you can do 2 things at once, you do it. Like I just
yeah, we were
bam,
going to
bam,
the
bam, bam,
drop.
bam.
You go rogue, and then
I
you can kind of
timed
do
it.
that rogue thing along the way to the thing. Dude, how perfect was it? We opened the crate, and we were like 2 seconds, and then we were not rogue anymore. It was fucking
I mean, I
mint.
didn't have that planned perfectly. I was kind of like, you know how like the Joker's like,
Yeah.
like, do I look like a guy with a plan? But it
Yeah.
worked.
It did. Well, to be fair, it wouldn't have worked, but I went to go hit another one of those things. You're like, no, don't do it.
Oh yeah,
Don't
I did.
do
I
it.
totally like he was gonna extend it for another 2 minutes. I was like, no, we're getting close.
But no, it's funny. So like, and I don't know if it's because, and and we'll get to like talking about Division, but this is fucking funny. I think it was yesterday when we were playing. We're in the fucking dark zone, and it's gotta be by region because we were doing, what are those things called? Not monuments, but the stuff where you like attack in the dark zone and you like liberate the little area and you get loot.
The control point. No, landmarks.
No.
Landmarks.
Landmarks.
Landmarks. So we're doing this landmark, and Viking sucks, so he dies and drops all his shit. And he's coming back to pick up his stuff, and 2 other guys come around the corner, and me and Gory like instantly buttholes pucker up, sweat starts pouring down. We're getting ready to like just go hard. We're getting all intense. We're like, all right, everybody chill. Viking strolls in, fucking nonchalant, like it doesn't matter. Picks up his stuff and is like, all right, guys, all right, it's all good. So we leave the situation. Everything's fine. Whatever. 20 minutes later, we're going to get rid of our
Extract.
stuff in the helicopter. Yeah, extract. And these guys show up, and of course, again, me and Gory are like, whoa, like everybody chill out. And they're like, okay, everybody chill out. They go to cover facing us. We go to cover facing them. Fucking Viking might as well have like a cigar in one hand, a fucking scotch in the other, feet kicked up on a desk, not caring, like, guys, just chill out, everything's gonna be fine. You must be, I don't know what game you fucking played, and it must
We
be
found
Australian
out
servers,
that-
but in North America, we fuck each other here. And that was like nowhere, like
Euphemism. Euphemisms.
We just had Hey Dryden just said that you're out of season, Cooper. because
I
you're
just
fucking-
realized that you were wearing a Christmas
you're
shirt.
wearing a Christmas shirt.
I didn't even notice.
Oh well, look, it's not technically, it's Santa vaping. I thought it's an awesome sweater,
Oh
dude.
god, it's a vapor.
Fucking
Yeah, well, it's
that from
actually an
H3,
H, you know,
H3?
yeah, this is an H3
Oh,
shirt.
nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so it's like a merch
I just
shirt.
guessed. I just guessed.
But yeah, no. It's
But yeah, no.
No, you're right though. Like I was just chill out as all fuck, and I was doing jumping jacks, and the other guys were doing jumping jacks at the same time. So it's like we're just not.
I don't know what game you played, man. I don't know what game you
Div
played.
one.
at.
Division 1, I have PTSD from it.
Me too, dude.
Div
like-
one, I didn't have that issue. Like I was running around and I was just talking to blokes like nonchalant, like they didn't even care that I was there half the time.
Oh man,
Dude,
D1,
I don't know.
They were like brutal. Like you
I
want
remember
you
in
want to
Division-
team up? Nope.
in Division 1, there was a zone where like you would come in like one of the entrances, and you would take a left, and there was like you'd walk down the street, and there was an extraction zone right near one of the entrances, and I have like PTSD nightmares of like walking to that spot and calling for the helicopter, and like everybody just standing there waiting. No, like that, whatever the minute as the helicopter's flying in, and getting ready, everyone's just in cover, hiding somewhere else. There was like a tower. Like I can vividly remember just the tense situations that Viking apparently never
I
experienced.
never experienced them. I never got to the point where it was just like I need to shoot that person or they need to shoot
I was
me.
dreaming of the DZ last night. I literally
Yeah,
this
you
morning
said
I
that.
woke up. And, yeah, no, I wasn't joking. I woke up and I was like, I was having DZ dreams. I like run around with you guys, telling people to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like the game itself is a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. The grind is real. Like no matter how we do it.
But it's a good grind
Yeah.
so far. Like, okay, I don't think the grind's happened yet.
No.
No.
So we don't know what the grind
It's
is going to
grinding.
be.
Endgame
It's
grind.
grinding to level 30 at the moment. Is the grind I'm talking about.
But it feels rewarding though. Like it feels like it rewards you just enough to keep you to continue. You know what I mean?
And I'm loving the
Easily.
fact that we have the upscaling, because like Gory got ahead of us
Well, I
real
love it.
quick. I was like not far behind. I was like a couple of levels, and Cooper's like 10 levels below us. So it was like he would get
Well,
upscaled.
you got to make sure you get those experience
Yeah,
perks right off the bat.
yeah. He upscaled to what was it? We're playing yesterday. We're playing at level 18.
Actually, for those who have not played it, explain what that means.
So it,
You just one of the perks is one of the perk trees is more experience points for headshots, more experience points.
No,
for
the
revives.
upscaling.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Viking.
yeah, so
Wow.
it puts Cooper at a rough estimate of who the highest level is. So for Gory it was level 18, but Cooper was only level 10. So he got bumped up to 17. I was like what 15 at the time, so I got bumped to 17 as well.
It doesn't go up the host?
No, it goes
No, it
up the
doesn't go
highest
all the
person.
way.
It goes up to the highest person. It goes up to the
Oh.
rough estimate of like skill level or whatever.
So that we can compete, basically. Like if we go into one of your missions and just get dumped on, then like
Yeah, like me and
We're not gonna be
Cooper
able to do
aren't
anything.
sitting.
I
like-
thought that it actually lowered people or
No.
raised them to the host.
No.
So like I'm still getting my rewards at a higher level, but my damage isn't as much.
Well,
It's
as
like-
far as I've seen, every time we've played with you, Coop's been like level 17, level 18
yeah.
with us.
Okay.
So I'm saying, yeah, it must go up. And it's good. Like it makes it easier for Coop. He doesn't have to sit back in the next room doing like little damage, like one damage on this dude, one damage on this dude. Like he's at the same level as us, and we can all play at the same time. And even though they do a lot more damage and there's a lot more enemy too, depending on how many people you have.
Does it do
So-
that? Does it inflate the enemies based
I don't
on
think
the
it
group
adds
we have?
No,
enemies.
it adds enemies, yeah, because when we did the
Does
DZ
it?
mission, we did the DZ mission for Cooper last night. When I did that, the first area we went to, there was only 2 dudes. When we did with Cooper, there was 5. So
I thought
Huh.
they just hit harder.
no,
That's cool that they throw more at you.
yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
but yeah,
And-
so
And not just the scaling, just the fact that everybody can do their own thing. You know, like
like when we're going
you're
around
all
the
in the same world, but we can like, oh,
yeah,
I'm gonna
you
go
were
to
loving
this,
that, man.
I'm gonna go to this settlement because grab this thing, and you're like, I'm gonna go to the White House and do this. No,
Yeah.
I think it's fucking great.
dude, I'm just
Anthem, you couldn't do it.
Anthem.
Like,
can't.
oh, I want to go to my own fort. What are you doing in your fort? Oh, well,
We're
I'm
gonna
doing
talk to
this.
55 different
Oh,
fucking
God.
people before I can even
I
go
thought
do
it
one
was
mission.
so cool the first night. I was like, this game's amazing, and then
They
after I'm
focused-
like,
they
okay, it's getting old.
They
then
focus
after a
too
while, it's
much on the
torture.
story. They focus too much on the story. The
What
vision.
What do you
Oh,
mean, dude? It's so
slow.
fucking weird, man. Like it's such a slow
no,
burn.
no.
Exactly. It's a slow
Yeah.
burn, dude.
And like, there's a lot of story in it. Like, just talking to different people, they've had added too many people, dialects and shit for that.
Especially people who aren't really important to the main crux of
Yeah.
the story. Like I don't give a shit about like some like battle that happened 17 billion years ago that doesn't affect me right now. Like,
But like,
we live in
that's-
this world. Why?
The Anthem reminded me of like a lot of games, and it's the fact that an older race of people made this shit, and now we're really like living in that shit. Like with Mass Effect, with the Protheans, like the Protheans make all this shit, and then everyone else is living through what they've made, and that's where the
Everybody who asked me what I thought about Anthem is I said it was if not I was gonna say BioWare, Mass Effect and Destiny had a baby that was shittier at everything. That's
Now-
what Anthem was.
Like
Yeah.
disabled.
like
yeah,
a-
yeah,
Are
exactly.
you
The short bus version of those two.
it came out with a disability? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is like
dude.
those two.
Yeah.
Because like it's a dumbed down version. Like
If Destiny and BioWare were brother and sister,
yeah.
and then they did it.
Yeah. So like
know?
Bungie and
So
BioWare
they're-
were like cousins, and they had a kid. Anthem would be the baby.
Yeah.
So they're Texans, is what you're saying.
Wait,
Yeah.
but Bungie is still. So
Bungie.
what happened to
whatever-
BioWare? Did she get addicted to meth? Or wait,
Um,
which one's the boy?
Bungie's the boy.
Bungie's the boy. Okay, so Bungie like kept his life together. Like he like had some run-ins, but like he's still good out
Yeah,
there.
but
but
because then Anthem was born, and he's like, "Fuck,
BioWare
really? This is happening?"
Like addicted to pills and just going circling the drain.
Well, it's fucked to think about because Mass Effect Andromeda sucked assholes because they shifted all of their stuff to Anthem, and Anthem sucks.
Yeah.
That's the thing. 7 years. Like, what were you doing?
Like
Like-
Andromeda
And
was.
but to be fair, if Destiny didn't exist or Mass Effect never existed, Anthem would be okay. But they're using a tried formula and doing it shittier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't
like,
think they've been working on Anthem for 7 years. They can't. It's impossible.
I feel like it's. They can't, what did they announce? They announced 3 years before the release, didn't they?
Yeah, but they said that they shifted like when they were making Andromeda before it even
Andromeda
came out.
wasn't even BioWare. It was like a studio and a different.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was BioWare and EA. EA was like, you need to make.
But it
this-
wasn't the main people. I think it was a separate studio.
Yeah, because-
Developer BioWare. No, it's a BioWare game. Solely BioWare is the developer. EA and BioWare.
Gory's just having his.
I'm gonna we
midlife
can come back
crisis.
to that, but I'm pretty sure that it was like a different studio.
Kind of like how like COD switches between whatever Treyarch and the other one.
Activision and all that, yeah. But no, like, I was Division. We gotta go back to Division. We get back off. We start talking. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty keen
But
to see
Division's
what.
not perfect though.
No,
It's not perfect.
no, there's still a lot of bugs. Like today, I seen there was these 2 guys laying in chairs that have been shot up, and there's meant to be blood all over the wall, and the blood wasn't even on the wall. It was like, this is the wall, this is the blood, and this is the dude's head. Like, it was like,
It's really weird for me because like the game is super smooth, and like a lot of
Okay.
shit is really great, and like the not the
Until it's
parkour,
not.
but the well, that's what I mean. Like but then all of a sudden it'll just stutter, but it'll like for like 10 minutes it'll just be like garbage, and then all of a sudden it'll like kick back up, and I'm like, what? And I've written that off as just because it's really new, and that maybe they haven't dialed in their servers properly, so I've kind of given it a pass. But if it stays like that, that's when I'm gonna start getting annoyed. But something that I did notice is, and the reason that I don't have any Division on my YouTube channel yet is because when I go to record it, Division, the frames drop drastically,
yeah.
and it
so,
isn't my computer, because I can do it with other shit perfectly fine.
Have you tried switching to like from? Wait, they don't even have a borderless window option now.
No, they don't. No, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
well,
they
have you
it.
tried-
It's a windowed
ma-
full screen. It's a windowed full
Windowed
screen.
Yeah.
full screen. Have you tried switching to that? Sometimes.
That's what
no,
I-
I just did it the full screen.
That's what I stream.
Yeah,
in.
I've seen streamers on other games. Like,
Okay, maybe
all
I'll
of a
try
sudden
that,
their
'cause it was
all of a
really
sudden Their
frustrating.
stream goes down. Like they open up a new game and it just becomes garbage, and they'll switch the it's not display. It's whatever that option is called in video games.
Yeah.
No,
It's just
you're
weird
right.
because like I'd play it and the frame so it sort of drop while I was playing, not drastically, but let's just say from like for easy math, let's just say 60 to 40. Let's just say like a drop. But then when I go to the recording
a
is just fucked.
Big drop.
Yeah, but
60 to
it's,
40 is a big drop. I wouldn't play it like that. Yeah, I would definitely just play with it because I know you're gonna want to. There's good footage in there. There's awesome things.
well,
that
for sure,
happen.
especially in the dark zone when
Yeah,
Viking,
you can
know,
just chop
gets
that
to
up
see what
too,
it really is like out
to
there.
the quick parts that happen.
I heard that. I don't know if Gory heard that, but okay.
No, I didn't hear it.
I was like when we're in the DZ and Viking gets to see what the DZ is really like. Some weird
You guys
sketchy
just
shit goes.
freak,
I'm
you
telling
guys
you, it's
just
gonna
freak
happen.
out too
yeah.
much. Like, if that dude's
No,
gonna shoot
man.
us, he's gonna start shooting at us, and then there's 3 of us there who'll just fuck his day up. Like,
But I'm telling you, when they
Yeah.
walked into that like underground car park or whatever, I turned the corner and it was them 2 and me. They both aimed up at me, and then Gory turned the corner and they stopped. They were gonna gun me down, dude. I'm telling you.
yeah, if
I'm
you're
telling
going,
you, they were
and
gonna
that
put me
Viking showed
down.
up.
And then I showed up and
And they're
was
like,
like, "Hey
"Alright, see
guys,
you
bye
guys."
guys."
Yeah, exactly. And your shit was on the ground. So I was like, I don't want them to come take your shit before you get here. So we're kind of like standing there, standing off. And Gory's like, all right, we all chill. And they're like, yeah, we're chill, we're chill. And you walk in like, here's my stuff. Thanks, guys. Let's go. It's like, dude,
It's like
shit
the
was about to go down, man.
it's like the
I'm
opposite.
telling you.
It should be what you do. You're the Canadian around here. You should be the one
What the
that's
why
like
am I the benchmark? What the hell is
you're
that?
the one that should be like,
I don't
"Hey."
think- No, I mean Canadians like you guys got an aggressive streak. You guys like flip
Yeah,
cars
you
and
do.
riot.
I've
or
seen
that
them.
just
Yeah.
can't-
Yeah, we
Yeah.
only riot during hockey games because we care too much about it.
Or when a conservative comes and tries to speak on campus somewhere.
Well, that's way less common than it is in the States. Way less common.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Them
things that are
damn.
there's a lot of things that are less common than the States. Let's be honest here.
Everything
Yeah.
is juiced up in the United States. It's like you took everything good and bad and just fucking juiced it with
Just cranked it
steroids.
to 10.
Yeah, exactly. Like all the really awesome shit, go to the States for it. All the really horrible shit, also in the States. Like you got
Yeah.
a fucking equilibrium, man.
That's
Like,
Thanos'
figure it out.
favorite place in the world.
Yeah,
Fucking-
exactly. Perfect balance as things always should be.
No, I mean, and there's other glitches. I wasn't. I wish I had had OBS up, and I'll usually have it with the 5-minute buffer, and I didn't have it when I first started the game. The very first mission, not even the very first mission, the intro, when you're the agent on the dock.
bloody hell.
My character
was
was
shit.
invisible.
Fucking
Like it was just the gun. There was no character model.
Welcome.
You know, like the girl
Wait,
was on the
really?
dock.
Our
Yeah, the
motto.
girl was on the dock, and then there was just my gun. And like doing this, and like my gun hiding behind that box as the girl talked to it. Like, you gotta go to DC, you know. And I was like, all right, this is the thing.
Okay, did we ever figure out what the fuck was going on in the story
For what?
definitively?
Oh, you mean
Because-
what's the time? Like, when does
Yeah.
Destiny 2 take place
You
compared
mean
to
Division 2?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Division 2. We said it wasn't like a couple of years after the New York
That's what I
crisis?
thought, but then Gory was like, "No, man, it's like the same time."
No, I mean it's
I don't
like
think it
within
sounds
a
like
couple
that.
years, I think.
That's what I thought. Division 2.
Yeah.
Division
I'm sure there's a
2.
plot
There's
synopsis.
probably there's like a
No,
wiki-
everything is talking about like the release date.
so
7 months after the Green Poison outbreak, Agent is defending civilian settlements
Makes
as they
sense.
receive division
7 months.
distress call from DC.
Because
7
now it's
months
no
is
longer
a-
winter.
Yeah, that would make
I'm
sense.
gonna miss winter though.
Yeah,
Fuck, man. I
I
wish
was-
they would bring seasons back, or not seasons back. Like, give us the seasons and make the seasons in game match
same
the
as
seasons.
in
Oh,
Washington.
that would be dope.
Of course. Wait, how do you do that for people that are
No,
south
no,
of
no,
the
no, no.
equator?
Match the seasons of Washington D.C.
Of Washington, yeah.
Oh, that makes way more
Yeah.
sense. Okay, because I was like, well, what about people down under?
Yeah.
Oh well, just
Which is
use-
so weird. When we have a winter, it's your summer. What the fuck? I
I
was like
think- I
30
think-
before I
oh,
realized that.
I think Forza Horizon 4 does the winter and all that, like all the seasons, and it
Oh,
goes
okay,
off.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that goes off the place that it's made.
That's awesome.
I,
I
I'm
respect
pretty
that.
sure it's meant to be, or what's in England. So I think it's
For
meant to be
half a
off the s-
second, when you first started talking about Horizon, Forza, when you first started talking about Forza, I like for the first second that you started talking, I'm like, what the fuck? How did we get to Forza, dude? What are you talking about? But
No,
then
no,
you-
no, no,
you
no.
brought
I brought it
yeah.
back. I brought it back. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, but to go back to the glitches of Division, they're definitely there. Like, there's still a lot of lighting glitches.
Oh,
like
like-
when if you're, I had some missions where you're underground, but it's daytime outside, and like the whole thing is fucked, and like flickering lights, and they're not like, maybe it's supposed to be based off the actual flickering lights, but it's not working properly at all. You know, it's
Right.
just
I've
super glitchy.
had it a few times where I've gotten stuck in the ground, or I've had AI get stuck in the ground.
Oh, that's
fucking-
happened.
Yeah, we had to abandon that checkpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
did.
couldn't kill the last guy. We're like throwing
Yeah.
grenades at the ground, and it's like, all right.
Pretty sure I
well,
blew myself up trying to
see you
blow him
later.
up.
yeah. Just
I've gotten stuck underneath escalators and had to like fast travel to get out of there.
Well, I thought friggin' Viking was having a stroke one time. I was like, dude, are you good? He's like, I'm stuck in the ground. Okay, no, I'm not. Oh, I'm stuck in the fucking ground. Oh, no, I'm good. Oh, fuck, I'm stuck in the ground. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
are you okay? Do you
Yeah,
need
no,
help?
no, it kept going in and out, in and out. I was like, fuck it. I'm just
You need to call a doctor, man? You okay? Do you need help? Or
call 911. That won't work in Australia.
Yeah. What is
Ooh.
911 in Australia?
It's just 000.
What?
Throw
Yeah.
a boomerang, like
It's
you
a
have
boom-
like a little 911
Boomer?
boomerang and just throw it out the window.
It's like
Someone will
carrier
catch
pigeons,
it.
but with a boomerang.
No, that doesn't work because the boomerang just comes back to me.
I love that episode of Simpsons where they like try to Homer and Bart try to get away from somebody, and like they run to the kangaroos and try to get them the pouches, but they like it's all squishy and they're like, ew, like juice is coming out.
Anyway, yeah. So I've had it a few times where the division's fucked up and we've gotten stuck in the ground. Gory had it once where he got stuck in the ground when we were doing that underground control point, the one in the subway.
Right.
That's where I got stuck again too. It was nearly in the
Yep.
exact same spot because I was helping Cooper do it. So it was roughly that area.
And certain parts you can't take cover, like the
Yeah.
there'll be like
Yeah.
an obvious piece of cover.
It's like one
all
of those. What are those things that stop cars from driving in an
Bollards.
area?
Bollard.
That thing, I couldn't hide behind one of those. I'm like, are you serious? This thing is like 3 times as big as me. Why can I not hide behind this thing?
Yeah.
And there was like a little rock in one of those courtyards, and it was a rock. It was like an egg shape, and like when I was on it, I couldn't get off of it because your character just continually goes around it really fast. And I was like trying to angle the camera, like double tapping space, trying to like, yeah, it's got its own little thing. And that shoulder swap is
We'll
driving
get
me
there. You're okay.
insane.
Because
Like-
it auto switched back to the right, right?
It always auto switches back.
Yeah, that
Like it should
really
remember that because
Well,
like
it's weird.
what about the people that are like southpaws that would like to roleplay in game and just stay on the left?
Well,
I
it's
don't
also
know.
weird too because there's like
who roleplays
a
this
lot
game
of
anyway?
other Ubisoft games that are tactical. Like if you look at Ghost Recon, for
6 and-
example, or Rainbow Six, they all play. So, or I'm gonna use Ghost Recon because they kind of have a similar play
Yeah.
style, like where you can like they look similar. And when you switch arms in Ghost Recon, which is an older game, it remembers that and it keeps you to whatever
Yeah.
side you switch to. So I don't know why they didn't implement that in the Division, which is a newer game.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
and you would have thought so because it's like they've done it before, and
Well,
And that's
exactly,
that's
right?
like a quality of life
yeah. What were you saying last time?
improvement that I
about-
could see them bringing within a couple weeks, but I could also see them never doing.
What was that
So I'm
thing
like,
that you said
fuck.
last time about it with like the intern and shit? I remember you talking about
Oh,
it. You're talking
no, I
about
mean
it.
like I figured it should take like an intern a couple
Oh,
days
right.
to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or if you get like the really old fat sweaty guy, 20 minutes,
yeah.
and he'll have like a working prototype. Like,
Well,
and then the
especially because
intern
they've
can
done
fuck
it
with the
before.
code.
Yeah.
Especially because they've done it before. Like that's the only thing that gets me. Because if you look at like at the intro of Division, because like Ubisoft has a bunch of companies. Like there's one in Montreal, there's one in London, there's one in a whole bunch of places, right? But if you look at the Division 2 at the beginning, all of the Ubisoft studios worked on it. It wasn't just one of them. It actually lists almost all of them. So the one that made Ghost Recon helped make Division. So it's like you literally, the guy who made that swap literally worked on the Division. So why not just port it over?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Same
think of any
shit.
reason why they wouldn't want that to be that way, and I
They probably
can't-
just didn't think of it, and that you're probably right. In like a week or two, someone's gonna complain. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, shit, okay, yeah,
We
sure."
already could tell. There's going to be a mod for it. There's going to be a mod for Division 2 that's going to do it.
Oh, I don't like to mod these online games
No, no,
for like
It
because I'm always afraid of getting banned for like
Division
Cheater,
I
hacker.
don't know. Yeah.
Division 1 didn't have it, so they wouldn't add it to Division 2.
Fuck.
But yeah, no, you're right. They
It's
should've-
so aggravating.
It's like the littlest fucking issue out of the whole entire game that we
Yeah,
have.
we're getting stuck in the ground, but god damn it, if I can't hold my shoulder to the left, I'm fucking pissed. Like,
It's like it's just too obvious. It
Yeah.
should just be a thing.
I also mean like the getting stuck in the ground or having like a little bit of a stutter or a network connection issue. I can chalk that up to it being new, and they're gonna iron that out. But that's a function of the game that's just not there.
And I'm afraid won't be there. I'm like seriously, like I'm like I could just see them not doing it. 2 years later, oh sorry, always to the right. It is making me get better at switching though really quick.
Yeah. And I found myself
There's
doing
a
it
silver
lot more
lining
too.
to it.
I guess, yeah.
But
I guess so.
I've
But yeah,
just,
no,
I just,
I haven't been stuck on the ground yet though. I haven't merged with the floor, but I have had like stutter issues and like there was one time I was trying to climb down one of those fast ropes and I got up halfway down and then I couldn't move in either direction. I was like stuck in the middle of the fast rope, like in one of like the elevator shafts. It was almost like I hit something, but there was nothing there and I couldn't go up or down, so I just
I
sat
wonder
there
if your
for like a minute.
server, I wonder if your internet was glitching at that time, and then it
Maybe.
didn't know. Because like when that happens on the ground, you just kind of like stutter step. But if it happened when you're on the rope, then the game's like,
Where the fuck are
where
you?
did he go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I've
it's
never
only
merged with the
looking for you at
ground,
the
but I
top and
merged
the
with
bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't merge with the ground, I merged with the mythos. I went to like the space and then just didn't exist anymore. But other than that, like I think while it's playing and when it's not fucking up, it's super, super smooth. Like the cover to cover and like the hardcore parkour shit.
yeah, you were
super
loving that.
smooth.
You were loving
Dude,
jumping over
oh.
cars and shit. Like I'm watching.
Yeah, we
it,
were waiting for Gory like doing something stupid. He's off like being an idiot somewhere.
And
I'm
we're just-
usually carrying, just so everybody knows. It's very clear. These guys are playing fucking patty cake and shit.
Yeah,
or-
we're always going down and shit. And
yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never gone down ever in the Division 2.
you go down like at least twice every mission.
I take it very seriously. Like,
So do I, but I'm also like, and this is a funny point that
Oh, fucking
Viking brought up
bastard.
yesterday. Yeah, it's like when we go to play Arma, things are gonna be bad.
Yeah,
We're gonna
go.
we're gonna fuck up.
Yeah, we're gonna go play it. We're playing it later, aren't we? We're going back. I don't know if Gory's coming. He's like, I want to just play Division. Fuck
I'm
you
gonna
guys."
grind Division a little bit, and I'll come back to Arma soon.
Yeah, so
But
we're
we're gonna Vike, you're gonna do the
Real
op, right?
soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah, so me and Vike are gonna switch over to the op,
And we're gonna be
that will
running
be
at the
streamed
enemy.
here. That will be streamed here, so whoever's watching this, you can watch it after this. But watch because I'm sure we are going to
Not
be
yet,
way too
though.
headstrong.
Don't
We're-
leave. I
We're
think
gonna
we're doing this for like another hour.
yeah.
Yeah, don't fucking.
We're gonna be
Please, God,
we're gonna be
please.
sprinting at
Please.
the enemy though. I can already see it. We're gonna be like, okay, go this way. We're gonna sprint it. Then we're gonna be like face to face with the dude, and we're gonna get
Yeah,
fucked.
exactly. Yeah. We're like 7,000 shots into one guy. They're gonna be like, "Dude, he's dead." Oh, sorry, I didn't see his health bar. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't have any number markers.
You
I
guys are
don't
going
know
I
how
thought
much
shotgun
he-
I'm
ammo so
I thought
quick.
I thought he was an elite.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was a boss. Like I was just making sure he was dead.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you bringing a shotgun and a fucking rocket launcher? Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, I guess I need real guns now.
Still bring
It's
Uh,
gonna be rough. So Farsight, if you're still watching, if you're still hanging around, yeah, we apologize now. Tonight might be a little rough. Maybe put me and Vike together so we just only ruin
Or
it for
don't.
ourselves.
Keep them far apart. Diversify your liabilities.
Oh fuck. But yeah, that's fun. It is good. It is good.
There
And I
will
think
be
the
pain.
I think the is that what Farsight said?
Yeah.
In
Dude, I-
untold quantities.
I read the briefing. I read the briefing earlier. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
What is it? I didn't read it. I
We're
mean,
gonna be
Farsight, I
going-
read it.
We're gonna be going and clearing 4 different objectives, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay, so we will end up coming back to the Division inevitably, but you were talking about a game with a trailer, and I want to see it because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, so Void Interactive released their new game.
Gory's face, he's like, wait, what? What are we talking about?
Void Interactive
No, I mean,
released their
like-
new. Yeah, okay, go on.
Are we sharing? Wait, didn't we have that thing where we were
Yeah,
sharing?
it's in the chat.
yeah,
The what?
yeah, it's there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep, it's in the video chat.
Oh, I was at Twitch chat.
No.
Oh
no.
my god.
Okay.
So Void Interactive released the new gameplay trailer for their game, Ready or Not, and I'm hella excited to get it because I've been a big fan of the SWAT 4 games mainly. You guys said that
What's
you,
this game about?
So SWAT was a game that came out ages ago. And it was a very tactical based police. I'll get the video up here.
Is that the one where you could like zip tie the people and like you had to like go in and
Yeah, and you had to do the
houses
whole,
and
you had
shit?
to do, to get the best rating in the game. You had to like clear the place without like killing anyone. You just had to arrest.
Yeah, I think
everyone.
I remember that game. I think I remember
I
that.
think Soviet One does a video on it.
Then yes, I've definitely played that because in his video it's like where there's like a guy in the basement and he like had like a girl locked up or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah.
So that's that game, and I don't think Gory's seen it either. Gory should have seen it because he's that old that he.
No,
can
yeah, I
probably
watched this. Yeah, I follow Big Fry, so he's been covering this a lot.
Yeah, so Cooper's probably the
So
only
I'm
one
the
that
only
hasn't
idiot.
seen- Yeah. And this game is just looking really good. So here, I'll play the video for us.
Be interesting to see how this works.
Yeah. hang
Yeah,
on.
I wanna see it on the Twitch stream too to see how good it looks.
Oh, cool.
Oh, put your porn away, dude.
Yeah, I could see your taskbar. Wait, what's he got on there? Show your
Talk to TAC
taskbar.
15. You have compromised authority to make entry on Site 1.
And this is all in game too.
Roger that.
They
That
always
looks like
say.
Rainbow Six.
It's definitely not like Rainbow Six. It's going to be a lot more tactical based. Like you're going to actually have to clear buildings properly.
Who makes this?
Void Interactive.
Police, hands up!
So is this a spiritual successor to SWAT then?
I feel like it is.
With
and it-
Ready or Not, Void Interactive aims to explore what it's like to be an officer in the elite Special Weapons and Tactics Unit, also
Yes.
known as SWAT. Inspired by real-world events, the game is a blend of first-person
miss?
action and
he's
tactical
hitting the
strategy
Oh
in
yeah,
a
he's okay.
unique, detailed, and twisted facsimile
scrub.
of a modern United States. Ready or Not's vision of America is downtrodden.
Ooh,
That's
that's
sick.
pretty.
that's very
corrupt.
nice.
You're given the difficult task of bringing some semblance of order to a city divided by crime across a single-player story. Team up with friends to take down suspects in a cooperative mode.
They would not be doing the
or
range
battle
like
a
that, by the
rogue
way.
movement in PvP.
One person walking
You're
down.
placed in the boots of an officer in the city's SWAT, a unit equipped with military hardware, tasked with protection, taking on high-risk situations,
Guy on
and
the left
bringing
looked
order
like he got
to
hit with a
chaos.
fucking flamethrower though.
In Ready or Not, you'll encounter a wide array of unique characters, all with their own stories that contribute to the narrative thread, from kingpin drug
Ooh.
dealers
Oh.
to beat cops to school children. Collaborating with law enforcement, Void Interactive's goal is to create an authentic and accurate tactical experience with Ready or Not. You and your team are able to customize their personnel, gear, and
sick.
weaponry to appropriately fit each mission's objectives. Armor can be customized to suit your playstyle, and with bullet-mapped interactions, the right selection may be imperative to survival.
Is there
Where
like
other
ballistics and
titles
shit?
only
Yeah.
allow you to
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
There must be.
enemies. Ready or Not attempts to challenge how you handle
But look how he
combat
opens his door
with a
like a little bit.
rule-based emphasis
Oh,
on less
that's
lethal
dope.
and safe takedowns.
Gun down. Drop it.
I'm doing what you say.
Yeah, like we're gonna be detained for long.
However, once
I mean,
provoked,
that looks cool. I
the
wonder how
playing
it
field
plays.
becomes
though.
equal.
Lay down.
Is it
Online
With an
PvP
PvP?
as
abundance
well.
of
Yeah, that's
non-lethal
PvP.
alternatives, such as
Yeah, but it won't.
beanbag
PvP will be
shotguns,
much more,
tasers,
much less
and
tactical.
flashbangs.
Yeah.
They'll definitely
Coercing
PvP will
targets
definitely
into
be
surrendering
SWAT,
has never
for
been
Rainbow
easier.
Six Siege.
But I feel like the cooperative would be the fun part of this,
Yeah.
right?
Levels
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
with
that's the
situations
real
that require
experience you're probably
solving.
getting.
Each scenario is intelligently randomized, including target locations, suspect protection, traps, and more.
That's cool.
Provided
Every time
within
you
the
play is a
game
little
is
different.
wide
I mean,
array
the
of
map
Yeah.
won't change,
to
but
assist your SWAT
the
team
things in it.
in
Like
navigating
randomly
and
generated
securing
story,
the
sort of?
environment, as
That's
well
gonna be
as
great.
apprehending and combating suspects.
Apparently, you're going to be able to make your own scenarios as well.
Players can create their
That's
own
sick.
strategies
Oh, like map
during the
editors?
mission
Yeah.
planning phase. For example, knock out the power and slip in under the cover of darkness. Use
That's
tactical
sick.
ladders and door rams to access places beyond your reach. Command marksmen
Fucking
to take
Nazis.
shots at your word with the sniper unit. Load up on CS gas and
Looks
breach
really cool.
rooms in a white
It
haze.
does.
Yeah, the
Or
gameplay
get
looks
behind a
really
tactical
nice.
shield for a less bullet-prone approach.
I want to see some real
All
gameplay.
options are available
This is all
to you
gameplay.
when choosing a loadout
No, you know what I
best
mean,
fit
though,
for your
but-
team.
This is
Like somebody
Every
playing it, not like
decision is
their.
yours to carry into
Okay.
each mission.
When's this come out?
2020.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's.
That's why I actually have hope for the game.
This game is not.
Because it looks like this, and there's still development
yeah,
time.
There's still
No, I
real
mean this will be
development.
highly polished. footage right now, but the fact that they're saying 2 years and they've already been working on it for 2 years, you're like, all right. And they've come out and said, like, we're not rushing it.
Talk report.
No, they are
Yeah.
not.
Entry team, you're cleared to make entry at Wendley. Guest entrance.
Ready or not?
Use the wand. Check for targets.
Use the wand,
Okay.
baby.
Wand? Ready.
Yeah, the camera one. You look underneath the doors and
There's a
shit,
lot
around
of them.
corners and shit.
And they all have guns.
So many door options.
Ha.
Oh, map editors for our favorite Spartak.
Ready or
Officers.
Not aims to truly
Come in
ground
and
the
make terrible
player in
scenarios.
its world.
Terrible.
Attention
Some
has
kill
been put
boxes.
into every facet of
We'll
the
actually
player
make really good
controller,
scenarios, and then we just
ensuring
ruin
an
it.
immersive
By
tactical
Yeah, we
will.
first-person experience with an unprecedented level of depth and detail. Players can lean variably in any direction and incrementally change speed on the fly.
Pretty sure that was meant to be a hostage. There,
Entry
they just
points
showed
like
it.
doors can be interacted with in many ways.
Well, you win
Players
some, you
may
lose some,
open
right?
them regularly, kick them in, or incrementally swing them open in order
Was
to
that a girl in
insert
there?
a grenade or engage a target.
Looks like she was.
Yeah,
A
hold on.
Pole
stealthy
dancing.
SWAT team may lockpick
Ready?
doors in the way, while a more aggressive unit may use a
That's
breaching
fucking
shotgun to gain access. But be careful. Some suspects may booby-trap doors with alarm systems, explosives, or other objects.
Ooh.
That's fucking dirty.
The world of
You
Ready or
cannot
Not is
survive.
unforgiving and brutal
Yeah.
by nature. It features both open, maneuverable areas and claustrophobic spaces where one wrong move could
Oh.
make all the
You
difference.
see that it's
Ooh.
back?
While players command their own unit of operators, there's always someone higher in
Jesus
the chain of
Christ.
command looking for answers. Report everything to TOC, Tactical Operations Command, the directive unit tracking your progress. Utilizing integrity and patience in your mission will balance the odds of success.
That guy's like, fuck.
Chaos is dictated by the suspects and civilians' unpredictable nature during
Is that a
each
paintball
mission.
gun?
No,
Yeah, what is-
pepper
Tension
gun.
and emotions for
Oh,
them
pepper,
will be
right.
high. So sometimes
Look at those particle
plans
effects.
can go
It'd
awry.
be awesome if it was like that in the end game.
Projectile types and velocity simulation put a spin on the already raised stakes. Bullets will penetrate through surfaces based on
Ooh.
thickness, material, and speed.
Dirty, dude.
Ready or Not will accommodate
Give me
a
them
career
sweet,
mode
sweet
where the
ballistics.
player must orchestrate plans with
Trauma
an
getting hurt
AI-driven
somewhere?
SWAT team under their command. The game
Yeah,
also
he doesn't know about
includes
this
a
game
fierce
yet.
tactical PvP environment.
Well,
where the Metro SWAT team will be faced against a rogue movement hell-bent on bringing the city to its knees. Void Interactive has aimed to cover all areas of gameplay by offering a fiercely competitive
engine
and
is this in?
entertaining set of multiplayer
It's not
modes.
the Unity engine.
But we will go into more detail at a later date.
So
Void
they're
will
only
aim
gonna
to
release on
support the
Epic.
players in as many ways as possible, which includes
really?
the ability
No.
for you
No,
to
I
host
mean,
your
maybe.
own
Like,
dedicated
If they're gonna
servers,
do Unity,
or
they'll save a lot of
modify
money.
the game in order to add new weapons,
There you go.
textures, characters, levels, and
Map
more.
editor. That looks fucking sick.
Ready or Not is now
So dope.
available for pre-order through Void's website.
There you go.
There's like $150 edition or something like that.
Yeah.
whoa, fuck, really?
Yeah, like the
it's a
what was
ridiculous
the
amount.
Escape from Tarkov?
Oh.
The black. What was it
So,
called?
Vike, how is your Escape from Tarkov?
Let's not go into that. No, that
So,
that,
no, that looks
that
really
game
cool.
that looked
2020 though. I mean, we'll have DDR5 RAM
well.
by
They've
then.
got betas coming out this year. Pretty sure.
Late this year, though, I guess.
Yeah, one's in June and one's in August. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's not that far out.
No, so they must be pretty deep into it. I'd say.
Well, it's been, what'd you say, 4 years?
I can't fucking remember. They've just been dumping shit out on fucking Twitter just all the time. Just there's no.
Oh, that one's sold out. The $120 one is sold out.
Oh really?
What is it for? Like, what does it give you?
Free first expansion, FBI HRT pack, alpha access, beta access. But you get that in the other one.
Right.
Digital copy, listing. It looks like the only thing you're really missing out on.
There's that sweet mouse pad.
The mouse pad and oh no, I'm sorry. You can still get the supporter edition. You just can't get the mouse pad.
Yeah, you can't get the
Yeah.
mouse pad. Is what I think it was. But no, that game looks really nice, and I'm pretty keen.
That
to
does
play
look
that.
sick.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to turn out fucking great.
I think the map editor is probably the coolest option because that's what can give the game
life for so long. Like Arma,
Yeah,
Look
like-
at fucking Arma, dude. Yeah, exactly.
it's been out for what, 6 years, and ever since they
Or,
put
like-
in that have that proper map editor, it's just
or even just cookie cutter map cutters.
Like Doom and shit.
I was just gonna say Doom 2016. Like you beat the game and then you play it again on a harder difficulty, but then after that,
what do you do?
just you hop on every day and like play one or two like the top rated community maps, you
Yeah.
know, and then you just like, all right, that's good, I'll play something else. But like I probably played that game every day for 2 months, but only for maybe 20 or 30 minutes every day, just
But it still kept you
grabbing
coming.
a couple maps, you know, like
Yeah.
this is a new one, this is a new one.
Yeah, and
That
just,
snap map was pretty cool.
yeah, I'm pretty keen to play that game when it comes out, because I was, like I said, I was a massive fan of the SWAT 4 game. I don't have it anymore, which makes me really sad because it's really hard to get. You can't even like buy it anywhere. I don't think you have to like go find downloads somewhere. It's that old.
You can't just like download it off their website.
There is no website. I'm pretty sure.
Add to cart, $13.59. I can
Oh,
buy
is
it
it?
right now, dude.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I fucking
The
I've never-
minimum system requirements are almost identical to the recommended. So
Yeah.
that'll probably change.
When did it come out?
Minimum 8 gigabytes RAM.
2005.
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah. So that's when
That's
that one came out.
old.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it the other day. We were talking about what's the oldest game on your computer, weren't we? We brought that up.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were.
And for me,
1998.
yeah, mine was. I don't have League installed anymore, but well, when did WoW come out? Is the other question then.
Oh god, 2002, 2003.
1,
Yeah, so
2.
that would be the oldest thing on my computer at the moment. And
Yeah,
yeah,
but see, mine's a cheat though because it's StarCraft.
Well, wait, the oldest Steam game in your library, or the oldest one actually installed?
Actually installed in your PC.
Yeah, it's either probably Dark Souls 2. Not that old.
What the fuck?
Golat. I don't have that many installed.
yeah, he needed to
How
make
big's
room
your
for the
hard drive,
division.
man? Yeah, it's only what 90 gigs or something stupid.
I have plenty of space. Terabyte.
Oh,
Half of
that's
it's still-
cute.
Half of it's still. Well, yeah, I'm not doing videos and shit.
Yeah, you're just.
Oh yeah,
playing
that takes
games.
a lot.
Oh my god.
I can barely do it on my computer. That's
Especially if like you're like you want to hoard everything you have. It's like
Yeah.
nope.
Oh
You're
yeah, dude.
done.
I've got two 250 SSDs, a 2 terabyte hybrid drive, and a 4 terabyte normal drive.
Fuck.
Well, without that won't be enough.
Yeah,
wh-
my 2
so do you-
terabytes like half full.
When you are done with a video,
hmm
where is that where you switched over to the 4 terabyte external?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I deleted some of the older ones at a point because like I have like a terabyte on my laptop, which is where I
Sure.
do like a lot of the editing, and like I recorded on my PC, and then I put it on the drive, put that on my laptop, edit it, and then post it, and then delete the shitty like excess recordings from here, and then basically port it back over to the drive. But I filled up my laptop with just shit to the point where like I went to save a photo, and it was like there's no room on your laptop. I'm like, oh. That's
Yeah.
not good. That's not what you want.
Can't even update it.
Yeah, well, what
No.
was it? We were playing Anthem, and Gory's like, "I'll buy you a fucking terabyte SSD for your computer, just so you can like load it better."
Oh,
And
you
I'm-
didn't have to. Okay, so I bought somebody, for the old Destiny one day. Is like a buddy that I was playing with a lot, and I bought and shipped an SSD for his PS4.
Really?
I didn't tell anybody, and I don't think he did. But yeah, because it's like you're on my time too, you know, and like
Right.
that whole,
Your
that whole game is
shitty
nothing
experience
but.
comes down, it's gonna pull mine down too.
I mean, you're talking about like everybody says SSDs aren't worth the money for the PS4, and it's like, well, I mean, that's like your opinion, man. No, I mean, like seriously, if you're the whole game, I mean, for
Here,
a lot
keep
of people,
going. I gotta take a urination. I'll be back in 1 second.
yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, it doesn't make a difference, but you know, every time you go to the tower or every time you
There's
load
his
into a
dog.
patrol or a mission, if you're saving 2 seconds, so you say that's
Yeah.
not that much, right?
Yeah.
But if you play for 2 hours every day, that's minimum. So if you play for 2 hours every day, and let's say you zone in 15 times during that hour, times 2, saving a minute a day, all right. But over the course of a month, you're saving 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I just did that math right. If you save 1 minute every day, over the course of that month, there's 30 minutes where you're technically just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like staring at nothing. Like that's worth SSD that costs more than the PS4 to me. I'm sorry.
To you, yeah.
Poor
because
people.
You're the.
I'm sorry, poor people. You'll get there.
And like you're into the whole grinding of games and everything, so you don't want to be wasting half an hour on nothing. Fucking.
I mean, like I
noticed,
could, like Division 2 or Grand Theft Auto, like when like you zone, like it's gonna take you 3 minutes to load into Grand Theft Auto, or it's gonna take you 4 minutes if you have an HDD. But once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like different games, experiences.
Well, like I have to run Armor 3 on my fucking SSD because it's just like that's such a heavy
Oh.
game for everything, and I'm streaming it too. So like I've got, it really needs that frame rate boost, and that's what the SSD does. And along with the loading too, like it loads all my mods so quickly and easily. That's great.
Yeah. I think that you'll just be happier when you have everything on one SSD.
Oh yeah. I just need to. I'm gonna be upgrading.
I
my
don't think they're that
computers.
much. If you get a terabyte SSD,
I think they're like 120,
Yeah.
$150 or something.
Yeah.
For I don't know, maybe. Let me have a look. There's a place that I go to in Melbourne, so I might go when I go back down to Melbourne. I might go there.
Whoop.
Nope, there he is.
And then you have to pay like
Shh! Stop talking about him. Shh.
more down.
Stop talking shit. He's back.
I just noticed
So,
your
yeah.
dog in the background.
What was
boy.
she doing?
She was just laying there, but still.
Just chilling.
I was just looking at your dog. Shut up. Your dog yesterday going off all the fucking time.
Hey, pup. Yeah, you.
Pick it up again.
No, dude. No, dude. That then she'll get all excited and go crazy. I like made sure that I let her out, that I fed both the animals so they wouldn't go fucking hardcore while we were doing this. Or she'd be like up here like nudging my elbow and shit.
We're playing yesterday and you ordered pizza and the dog, we could just hear it in the background and whining and
Yeah.
complaining about not getting any pizza.
Yeah. Give her some crust. I'm gonna, but she knows that I'm gonna. That's the problem.
And she wants that crust now.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get to eat it first.
It's too early to start drinking. I wanted to start, but I'm not going to.
Wait, what?
It's
Wait,
not
what?
It's not even midday yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's Sunday for you, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are fucked, dude.
I mean, we're drinking. or
Yeah,
I
but
am.
that's because it's like, what, nearly fucking 9 p.m. or whatever, you guys?
It's 9 for me.
But this is a loophole for you to be able to drink and not feel
Yeah,
guilty
you're on
about
our
it.
time.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
You're on our
Much
time.
less the internet.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter what your clock says.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Like,
Um,
yeah.
But no,
Between
like,
our time, it should be like 9:30 in your brain.
anyway, so let's get back on topics. So what were we
Which
doing?
one?
Okay.
Yeah, so
Which one? I don't...
we've done our. You wanted to talk about Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
Well, not that I don't really have a whole lot to say about
Are
it.
you?
It was more of
What are you playing it on?
nothing yet. That's what I mean. I was wondering
Okay.
what your guys' thoughts of, or if you played it, because it looks really fucking good. But the last time, like the last Devil May Cry reboot thing, was fucking garbage.
This
Did you
one's
play the
supposed to
last
be
one?
really good, and everybody
what-
that says the last
I've
one's
never-
garbage says this one is really good.
I've never.
And that's
I've
what
never-
I've heard,
I've
and
never
it looks
played one
really
of 'em.
good. You've never played any Devil May Cry?
I've never played. I know.
The first like 4 are fucking amazing. Like they're super super good. So when they were sort of doing that like pseudo remake 5th one or whatever, I was super stoked for it. And then it came out with the one that it did, and it was shit. So then when they said this is actually the new Devil May Cry 5, I was really stoked about it. But I haven't got it just out of pure skepticism. But I was wondering if either you guys have played it or somebody maybe in chat has played it and knows if it's shit or not. But it looks really good, but I don't really have any benchmark on it, you know?
Yeah, like I've got a mate who works with me who's played like the shit out of it.
Devil May
And
Cry 5. Do critics like it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
and like Angry Joe loves it.
Angry
Whoa,
Joe
really? Doesn't like anything.
doesn't like anything. Is that why
He
it's called
likes some
Angry?
stuff.
Armor is love, armor is life. Fucking
Devil May Cry
faster.
5 is ranked highly, even comparatively to
Yeah.
the other critical successful titles in the series.
Yeah, it was awesome too. I don't know. So there was these people that were sorry. So the music in the game, so the whole game is supposed to be about doing moves cool. So it's not just about everything, it's about being stylistic. You get rewarded for stylistic.
Yep.
And the better you do in the game, the more epic the music gets and all the crazy things happen. Like
Yeah.
over the so all these people are calling out these reviewers that were talking about how bad the music was and how it
Well,
didn't.
'cause you
There was no
suck.
sound and it was just really quiet and uninspired, and they had no idea that it was based off that.
Right, so
You
they're
know,
like, so
it's
yeah, you just suck dick at the game. That's why it sounded like shit.
A lot of reviewers suck at the games they play. Like I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
super good at video games, but I'm
Yeah.
not a troglodyte. But some people are reviewing
that
these
infamous
things and not
review
good.
I forgot which one it was.
Doom 2016.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
And they were talking shit on it, and it got an initial bad review, but they had like gameplay of it, and everyone's like, "You fucking suck! Like you're awful at this game. That's why
And
you
that
didn't
was
have
one
fun."
of those divisive political things where it was like, I think it's time in society that you cannot be good at games and it's okay. It's like,
Yeah,
you're right. You don't have to be good at games, but when you're a game reviewer, I mean, if you go back and watch the footage, it looks like the person had never played a first-person shooter ever before.
yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
they knew how to hold a controller, but they had never used, like my dad, when he plays games, his brain can't wrap around the fact that you can use both thumbs at the same time. He can only move or look.
Yeah.
Right.
And like that's what this footage looks like. I think it was like a Polygon
Which is fun.
article.
Which is fucked because like Doom is super fast and hard. Like even for people who are good, like
And you
it's
can
not
put
an
it on
easy game.
easy. It's fine.
Yeah.
Run
Yeah.
through that bitch.
I remember I was watching these like articles or like these like documentaries sort of on people who want to like ban video games for their violence or whatever. And there was a guy who they were looking at GTA. I think it was GTA 4. And there was this guy who was sort of watching another dude play and commentating on it, and he was clearly against violence in video games and whatever. But the way he was talking, it's like he had never seen any form of media in his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Like the guy like pulled him out of the car. He's like, "Oh my god, who is that guy? What? Why would you do that to him? Like, did he do something to you? Like, is there a problem?" He's like, "No, I just wanted his car." And as he's backing up, he hits like a pedestrian. He's like, "Was that the guy who stole a car? Like, who was that? What's happening? Like, this is how society works." He's like, I know I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, some people have no touch on
Like how video games work.
Well, it's even like you watch like a movie like what's a fucking movie? I don't know. You watch like
some people
Hostel
don't.
or
Some
something.
people don't understand that like video games can be art. You know, it's that whole thing. Like people will be like, "Oh, I've seen Call of Duty before. I know what all video games are like." It's like, well, that's like seeing the Expendables and Saw, and it's like, "Oh, I know what all movies are like."
Well, exactly.
Like, no way, dude. You played Limbo before, or like
You were jerking off
intro
the
to
game
the-
yesterday too. You really like that game,
like
eh?
the intro, like how quick did you cry at the beginning of Last of Us?
Dude,
you know, like
don't.
this game hasn't even started yet. Why am I getting all teary? Like
I know.
don't even know these characters yet. Why is she gonna? Oh wait. It's been like out.
It's been like a
7
decade,
years.
dude.
Well, they've already
Yeah.
announced. They've already announced the second one, so fuck.
Yeah,
it.
we've seen trailers of the second one, so like
If
all
you
bets
haven't,
are off.
yeah, if you haven't
Well,
seen
I
the
mean, I was
first one,
talking
fuck
about
you.
I was talking about Joel's daughter.
His real daughter, not the.
But that, and it was really moving too because like the way that they did it was really well as well. Because
Yeah.
there was no music. He was just like there was a solid like 20
Yeah.
seconds of him just like saying like no, and like crying and shit. And you're like, oh my god. Like,
Yeah,
This is
and
real.
he actually like when actors are weird, the ones that can pull it off right, like how they almost like choke up and all that stuff.
Well, did
By
you
the-
see?
I will say, if you guys haven't, if you don't know what Joel and Ellie look like, don't watch the little, even on disc. 'Cause I played it on disc on the PS3, the original, but the PS4 is way better, 60 FPS all the way.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
how you can watch the making of, like, don't fucking watch the making of, because then you're gonna see,
What
and
they
you
really
see
look
that
like.
scene where Joel is crying over his daughter, and it's like, I think it's ruined. I can
Right.
never unsee what this guy looks like, and Ellie
Well, it's
is
like,
not
you know-
a pretty little girl and all that stuff. Like she's. I
What is
shouldn't
the
say
the yeah?
She's not.
Kudos to the voice
they just
actress.
don't look the same.
You're not hot. But no, the Walking Dead season 1 again, been out long enough. Don't care about spoilers. So in the end, when you guys have played
when
it, right?
when you kill fucking
Lee.
Yeah.
When they were doing the voice, for it, he actually in the booth started like there's a video of it, and he literally was like his crying wasn't like him acting, like he actually like started tearing up and crying in the booth while acting out that character because the scene was so gripping
Heavy.
and so intense.
I think they do
It's
it on purpose.
It's such a heavy scene.
I think the best actors really try to.
Well, they
try to
become
go
the character,
there.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah, she's right like there.
Yeah,
She's like
yeah.
pushing away the keyboard.
That's why
Like, I'm petting her.
It's why my dog isn't inside at the moment.
But yeah, like that, and that game was like that's another one. Like at the end of the Walking Dead season 1, dude, I'm a dude, whatever. But I'm not afraid to admit that I like bawled like a fucking infant at the end of that fucking first season of that game. Like it was a fucking heavy blow, man. Like I was like, oh my god, dude.
Wait, some of us haven't played the Claire Redfield scenario yet, so I know there's a little girl in that scene, in that scenario. I don't want to hear about
No,
it.
the game's too new. The game's too
no,
new.
no, no,
I don't want to hear about it.
That one
Which
where
I'm kind of
after you
outing
leave the
myself for.
PlayStation, where you meet
I
that.
played Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation dozens of times. I should
Like the old
remember
ones?
what happens.
Something else.
Okay, I'm gonna let the dog out quickly so she doesn't
Yeah.
do that.
Go on.
Oh.
Well, do you remember? Have you finished Leon A? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you remember when you meet
stressful.
you meet the gun shop owner or whatever, and his daughter.
Oh wait, is that out? That's DLC. Is that our?
No. This is during a Leon A playthrough or Claire A playthrough.
Yeah. The gun store because
Yeah.
the. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So you know how you meet him and you meet the little girl.
Hmm?
Yeah. I think that's the scene Farsight's talking about.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I have seen that. My bad. That is actually going to be one of the DLCs that we get
Yeah,
to play. We get to play his story.
I don't know. One of my mates said he doesn't really like the DLCs for that game.
I didn't even know it was out. I'm glad I
Resident
didn't
Evil 2?
uninstall it.
Yeah. He says
I haven't
that's-
played the new one yet. Like
That
the
makes
remake.
sense. I could see him not being good.
it's like if you're trying to speed run the whole thing in one go and you don't get speed run DLCs. Like there's
I
you
don't
only
like
get
feeling rushed.
you've just got to find the right path and it's always the same fucking path. There's no exploring, there's no puzzles, it's like
Which is weird because Resident Evil 7 had really good DLC.
yeah. I don't know. They were just trying to add more characters to the game, I think, and I like how they've done it, but I'm not a big speedrun fan, so I don't think I'll play them.
Which is also kind of weird considering they're kind of remaking something that's near the beginning of a series. So if they start adding shit at some point, they're going to have to retrospectively
Well,
continue to
they've
follow on.
Tried to add it to the stories, like I said. The gun shop owner that you meet in the main story is one of the characters. You meet you play as one of the the Umbrella Corps soldiers that are underground.
Play as Chunk or no Hunk.
Hunk, yeah.
Hunk.
And then
Jesus Christ.
Then you play as another girl that I don't remember who she was.
I did that back in the day on the original PlayStation, and you have to do crazy things to get Hunk. And if you could, I forget what it was. I was never good enough to get it. I did get Hunk the legit way. I mean, obviously, I had to, have like strategy guides back then.
Right, but you did it yourself.
But I did it myself.
Did you go
But
by
there's another. Oh no, I'm sorry. I did unlock Tofu. I don't know if you guys know what that exists, but you're a giant.
Oh, you're tofu, big tofu.
Yeah, you're a chunk of tofu with a little Jill Valentine beret on, and all you get is the knife. I never could be a Resident Evil 2 knife player. I don't know, back in the day. So I never got past a few rooms. That whole knife back up, I could just never figure it out.
There. That's the oh fuck, it didn't post the photo, really?
That's alright. What are we looking at?
Oh, they do have this in the new one. Okay.
They do.
Tofu Resident Evil.
I'm gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
really upset if they make it easy to get, because getting Hunk and Tofu in the old school was.
Can you show that? Can
Yeah.
you show?
There we go. That's Tofu, the Resident Evil.
This is what we're
I
talking.
just realized Resident Evil 2 Remake didn't have any spiders in it.
No, I didn't.
Have you beaten it?
Did it?
I don't fucking
No, it
know.
didn't.
No, I don't know.
That was like one of the scariest parts
I
to
don't.
remake
Oh, I love how you're looking all this up now.
spiders. Yeah, what the fuck?
No spiders. Farside, have you finished it? I can't remember.
He was talking about it before. I don't know if he's no species, no spiders.
Yeah, that's sad. They did a good job with the dogs though.
The dogs were fucked. I hated the dogs.
They're terrifying, man.
But,
Like, legit.
Oh, and there was no snake. What
The big
fuck?
giant snake thing?
Yeah.
That was the crocodile.
I thought the crocodile scene was in the original was better. That's the old
Yeah.
man in me. I don't care.
My
Hipster
mate-
douchebag.
My mate died twice doing that crocodile before he finished it. Because he'd get to the end and then he'd be like, what do I do now? And he didn't blow up the fucking thing that it's biting on. So he thought, oh yeah, he'll bite onto it and then it'll break and then it'll blow up. But so he left it. He didn't want to use any ammo. And the thing would bite through
Oh,
it.
it
And
is
then
Resident Evil 1. You're
um,
right.
it rips through it. It rips through it and just bites him. Like, he's like, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
I
no.
remember Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1 did things. So you'd play games for years and years, and Resident Evil, like, if you go into an area, that's the area. That's all there is, you know? And if you could leave enemies, they didn't follow you through. And then you've got Resident Evil 2 comes out, and you play Leon, and then you play Claire, or you could do Claire and Leon. And so you play through the entire first game, and even though the tyrant follows you, but only in sections that he's supposed to follow you, and then you beat the game, and then load up the other disc and you play the other character, and you get a certain part into the game, and the tyrant's chasing you, and you run, and you go through the door and all that shit, loading screen, and you're like, oh, I'm safe, and you come around the corner, and he busts through the wall, and like that was like a defining moment in my life, because like that had never happened in a video game ever. Like, you're so fucking scared, you know, like.
And they had a callback to that in Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, it fucks with your trust levels when that kind of shit happens. You're like, wait, that's, you know.
Did you play Resident Evil 7?
Yes, I was very impressed with it. I was very, very
like when
impressed.
you're walking by the kitchen for the first time and the dad like busts through the wall.
Yeah.
From the kitchen into the hallway, and you're in the hallway. You can only go back now.
That was a stressful game.
It was, dude. I needed like fucking heart medication afterwards, dude. Like,
it's
I was
not
always
the same
on edge.
when you play, because I couldn't play it again because it was such a slow paced, in a good way,
Well, I played it in
atmospheric
VR,
game.
so
then,
it was
ooh.
I was like in it, and it's
I
much
don't
worse
know, man.
in
That,
VR.
that sounds horrible.
It
sounds really bad.
It was amazing, but also like my blood like pressure was like through the roof at all times. Until you get to the point where you go to like the house, like the beach house or whatever, where the mom is with the bugs and shit. That's when it started getting a little more like action-y.
Sure.
So it wasn't as bad. But the first like third of the game in
When
VR,
you don't have any weapons.
or even when you have weapons, but it doesn't really matter. Like, you can shoot things and they don't really like the family or whatever. Like, before you sort of figure everything what's going on in the house, before you go to like the basement and shit. At that point in VR, you feel useless and it's terrifying. You like hear footsteps and you like stop and you're like,
I still
fuck.
haven't done VR. I did VR back at Valley Fair. What, 1995? Like the old school.
Where you like sit down in the chair and you like stick your face in it.
No, you stand in the
I
middle
don't
of
think
a
he's
thing.
that old. Fuck.
Where you stand in the middle of a thing, and like the graphics were worse than Lawnmower Man, like way worse. Like,
What the fuck was
so I haven't
Lawnmower
experienced it yet. That's an
Lawnmower
old school
Man.
VR movie.
Man? Anyway,
These guys are.
I've got
Lawnmower
VR.
Man.
You guys never watched Lawnmower Man?
No.
No, I'm
Man,
not 3,000 years old,
us,
dude.
Us kids like dreamed of a virtual reality way before it existed.
Oh, this looks like shit.
Oh yeah, but it was amazing back then. You're like, oh, it's gonna be so cool in the future.
It reminds me of that kid show Reboot.
Yeah,
I don't know,
what the
Reboot?
fuck?
You know what I'm talking about? Is that a Canadian thing? Reboot. No, that's TV show. Reboot TV show. That's not a Canadian thing, is it?
But
40.
have you watched the people that play Alien Isolation with VR?
I
they,
also
they
played.
can't do it. They have to take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
So what do you have?
Wait.
I know you have a VR set, Cooper, and you can see it in the background. Is that the PS4 one?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Lame.
4.
Fuck you.
I've got the one for the PC. It's right behind me.
The
Oh,
Vive?
Yeah.
HTC Vive?
Yeah, so I got the Vive.
Nice. I wanna play Elite Dangerous.
Dude.
I want to take like a dangerous amount of
Oh,
edibles
fuck.
and
No,
just strap into
no,
that game.
No, you do not want to do that. I did
Yes,
that.
you do.
I did that drunk. Oh, it was so.
Oh,
Cause
yeah,
you're
that's,
like,
no, that's
you're like, cause like I've got the joystick and stuff, and I'm sitting here like this, and I'm just like, I'll lift up, pull the joystick back, and I'm looking up like this, and the whole thing's spinning around like this. I'm like, fuck this. This is.
yeah.
I had to I literally took the thing off and just sat there like, oh, my head's hurting. But like the game you never realize how big shit is until you play it in VR. You never realize
How what is
how big like ships and landing pads and like the
Yeah.
places that you dock at are so big. It's ridiculous. Like
yeah, those hubs are really cool.
yeah, like you look at it in the game and you look at the TV screen. You're
I
like,
was
oh, that's
I
cool.
was perspiring the first time that I was like docking in a hub in Elite Dangerous because you just like dock at outposts for a while.
Yeah. In the VR, the fucking hub is like it's like right in your face, so you're like, holy fuck, this thing is.
I think that's one of
massive.
the few games, those types of games, where you probably are better in VR.
Yes.
Like I would say that you're
Oh
not.
no,
I would
sorry.
say if you're playing VR, most games you're probably objectively worse. I mean, but
I don't
that's
know
for the
about
experience.
that. Some of the tactical shooter games, like there's this game called Firewall something, and it's kind of like if like Counter-Strike and Rainbow Six like fucked and then had a VR baby. It's kind of like that.
Your description of games is I compare it with this game and this game, and it's just the offspring of the.
Yeah. So they have, but see, this isn't like a short bus baby. This is like a good baby. Like it's pretty mint, and it's better because
They sent it to good schools and
yeah, good grades and all that
socialized it,
shit.
made
So
it
like
play
in Arma,
instruments.
for example, like when you're doing shit, and then you use your alt and you can kind of look, but now you're not like. Because you have that free range of top movement, it gives for better. Like I could be like laying down shit down a hallway while looking down the other hallway to make sure that nothing is coming without having to like use 3 buttons to like make sure that happens
And,
because I have that free
that is
range
cool.
of movement.
So you could be suppressing an area while looking in a different area.
that's what-
without
Alright.
having to like stress myself with buttons.
And that's what Track
And I
does
have like
in Arma.
the gun controller, so like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm in it, so. Stuff like that. I might be objectively worse, but I think I'm on par maybe. Like maybe it brings you down a little bit, but then because the added ability for free range movement, I'm like on par. But it feels fucking cooler for sure.
And
My lights
so-
went out. I need more batteries in those things.
I was wondering why they were getting a bit darker.
Yeah.
So-
Well, they go off batteries. You don't plug those into the wall. They're actually really cool and really cheap, but they go off batteries. That sucks. Oh well.
Yeah. So I think the VR. There's a game in VR. It's a free game, and you can play it with people who play it on PC. And there's a game mode in there where you're playing like paintball in it. So it's just us. You just sit and you're pretty much just chatting to people. Is what it's mostly is. But you can also play games, and like paintball's one of them. And I'll play it in VR. And I was playing with one of my mates who's playing on the desktop. And you find that because I can sit behind cover and shoot over my head while I'm in cover, not having to watch where I'm firing and shit, or I can fire around corners a little bit better.
Right.
It's a completely different ball game to where someone has to be, the whole body has to be exposed to be shooting and
Right.
whatnot.
Well, and that's sort of what I meant. Like you can cut because you have that extra range of movement. Like if I'm
Yeah.
doing this in VR, I'm doing that. My character's doing that. So only one thing
And-
that sticks out.
I've been playing a lot of VR chat lately, which is just like a.
Oh my
literally
god,
is-
dude.
No,
Wait, is that like
Are you a fucking
Second
weeb
Life?
now?
it's what?
Is that like Second Life?
No, well, it's
Sort
just,
of.
it's
Sort
just
of.
like you're talking to people, like you're mainly just communicating with people, and you're just making new friends and shit. And it's a lot of fun when you have the right people to play with. Like a lot of the
Do
people.
you use
that
a
I'm-
little anime girl skin?
Yeah, totally.
No,
the skin.
what's the?
The skin I use is June from Halo Reach. And
Okay,
like
fine.
a lot of my mates that I know have a heap of Halo avatars, and like a lot of people make their own avatars, but they've added support for full body tracking lately, and these little trackers here is what you use, and you strap these. They're for the VR. You strap these to your body, so you can have this one, which is for you've got like a little
Can you
strap.
define body for me?
So like on your feet and hips and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So like these will be on my ankles, these ones, because I've got the little strap, and then I've got this one which comes with a like whole like hip strap. And what it does is like the whole character can, I don't know if you guys have seen videos of it, but you can actually like your character will move around in the game. How
Can
you're
you hip
moving
thrust
around.
with it?
Yes, yes you can. There's a video of this guy who has a friend who's a stripper, and they get her into the VR with full body tracking.
Of course they did.
And it's fucking just so funny because all the guys are freaking out.
That's the VR
So
chat.
have
It's a
you
cool
watched
concept,
VR
but
porn,
fuck.
Viking? And because I heard it's actually like really difficult. It's not like the
No.
infrastructure's not there where you can just go
Come on,
like a
Vi.
streaming.
You don't need
I
to
heard
lie.
like
This is a safe space.
It's a
I heard
safe
you have to
space.
actually,
No,
like,
it's
do
not.
stuff.
It's on Twitch. TOS
No,
probably won't like
I've
it.
heard that it's like old school.
It's only
getting
being ported
things
to
work.
YouTube, dude.
No, I haven't watched it.
Sure.
See,
Sure.
even if I said no, you guys would say that. So no.
We don't believe you.
Exactly. But no, I
Well,
have
I
not.
believe Cooper because that would be difficult on the PS4.
Yes. Yes. It would.
Trust me, if I had the PC VR, I'm telling you right now, it would
He
be one of the
wouldn't be-
first things I did. I have to try it. Are you fucking kidding? That's so awesome. Like, it might even not be that great, but just as the experience of like, how is it? Like, it'd be so weird. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, I
don't know.
have to try.
I haven't tried it. I'll try it for you guys later, and I'll see how it goes.
Oh, make a video for Gory. He really wants to see it.
Yeah, stream it.
Yep.
Stream it.
Isn't it
Because-
funny you can't stream like Second Life? I think it's Second Life is one of the games you can't stream
Dude,
on
I'm
Twitch.
surprised you can get away with fucking VR chat with half the shit that goes on.
VR
there.
chat is pretty fucking. That's why I was making a joke. Like, what are you, like a pervy weeb now? Because like it's
'Cause, like,
pretty
most of the
bad.
people- But like, there's this thing that people I can't remember what it's called. It's like a touch thing that you can develop from the game, from people actually
Touch.
like touching your body in game. And a lot of people that I know have it, where like someone's hand will touch their forearm, and they'll feel
Yeah,
like
that just sounds VR sounds horrible. I mean, like it sounds awesome, but it sounds really.
Well, have you seen Ready Player One?
where
Yeah.
that dude wears the suit.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
They're making
That's
that
where we're
suit.
going, man. That's where we're going. Like,
You
Oh,
have
Oh,
to.
it'll
or-
eventually be awesome. It'll be like really lightweight and
Have you
the
not seen Ready
battery.
Player One?
yeah, what the?
I fell off on movies a long time ago. I stopped watching
It's
movies.
a movie about video games.
I've stopped watching movies. I used to watch all movies.
You got to watch this.
That was a long time ago.
There's
So
a
what do you
lot
do
of-
now? Just
Video
look at
games,
fish and shit?
work. I work and
Yeah, but Ready Player
Porn.
One is basically a video game in a movie.
yeah, but
Watch it.
go places or
He's got
I
better
don't
things
know.
to do
Don't-
with his life than.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. You
We
don't need
know
to lie.
he
Again,
works. He
safe
works right
space.
there.
Yeah, exactly. You fucking pleb. Just put it on in the background while you're like working.
yeah,
Or playing
maybe
Div,
we'll
playing
see.
Div 2 is another
Here,
place.
to put in perspective, for Ready Player One, it took them whatever, like
Oh, I know
2
the theory
years
of
to.
it. I
No,
totally
no, but it
get
took
the
them
theory
like
of
2
it.
years to like make and produce the movie. It took them 3 years to get all the licenses for all the characters and properties. It took it longer to get all the licenses and properties to be able to be in the movie than it did actually make the movie.
Mhm.
Which is pretty
And
fucking cool. Which means there's a lot of like
There's a lot
characters
of video
and shit.
game characters and video game references in general. Like when they go to the gun, like the shop, all the
Oh,
references
yeah.
in the shop.
I watched Wreck-It Ralph.
What the fuck?
Fucking just leave the call now.
What the- We're talking about Ready Player One. He's like, I saw Wreck-It Ralph.
I
once."
Yeah,
Well,
but
that
wouldn't-
has video game references.
yeah,
Yeah, but
not,
it's also for 3-year-olds.
it's not as heavy as like what Ready Player
It's
One
got
has.
Satan in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
okay.
But
So
they
does
don't-
Hercules. It's still a
but
kids movie.
Ready Player One has
That's Hades.
Mecha Godzilla. What are
Oh
you
my-
talking about?
It does have Mechagodzilla and a Gundam.
And a Gundam and fucking like just so
The
much. shit.
DeLorean.
No,
There's
I
a giant
I didn't
list.
watch it because I was like I'm gonna read the book one day and I heard the book's
The
better.
book is bad.
The book is
Really?
Because the book is worse than the movie. Like
That's
people
rare.
have often made jokes about like they made like the movie is based off of a shitty book, and then if you watch the movie first, to not go back and read the book. So like the guy who wrote the book is like famous now because of the movie, and everyone's like, you're
Thanks.
famous for the movie, not because your book because it's bad.
But he sold a lot of books though.
No, he
so
did,
fuck
yeah.
it.
He did.
Well, because it's a new sort of concept that people aren't really familiar with. But when it actually comes to film, they're like, yeah, there's a lot of your book. Like because I haven't read the book, but apparently there's like a giant section in the middle, like a solid third of the book that they just cut out of the movie, not because time, but because they're like, what a
Doesn't
waste
make
of fucking
sense.
time.
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid and like you've seen the movie, like where he's like doing his thing and then he gets that suit with a touch.
Yeah.
There's an entire like third of the book in between that point and the point before it, but they just cut it out because they're like, what a waste of fucking time.
Yeah. And it would be. The only other thing I really loved was Alita Battle Angel.
I do want to see that because I'm a weeb.
We won't
Dude,
spoil,
it was
we won't
so
spoil that for you.
good.
I watched a lot of anime back in the day.
I
and
went-
I'm like, that looks like something I'd like.
Well, there's an
Oh, dude,
anime
it's so good.
for it. There's an anime movie for it, and it's a little bit more gory than this one because like there's scenes in it that are like really. Fucking, I seen you poke up there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes in there that are like there's a lot more blood and gore to the anime movie than there is to the actual movie, and the
The
anime
movie's doesn't dumb it down too much though.
no, because it's mostly robots versus robots.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more like mechanical, and like I went in there expecting like the smallest from the movie. I went in
Me
there.
too, dude.
You go in there expecting like the minimum. Like I haven't heard much about this movie. The only thing I heard about the movie was that the guy that wrote the book went and seen it 5 times when it came out.
Yeah.
Like that's
The Ready Player One, he's seen it 5 times.
no, the guy
No,
that
no,
made
this was
Alita.
Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, okay.
The guy that wrote the book and the anime and the manga or whatever, he's seen it 5 times before they actually when they made the movie.
Well,
So,
that's how that was my vote of confidence for it, the like
Yes.
Stephen King movie, because what happened is Stephen King went to go see it at the pre-screening. He saw it, the movie ended, and he literally looked back and went, "Roll it again. I want to watch this again. Like I'm not getting up. Roll this again. This was fucking
Nice.
amazing." And that was like because I mean I was like skeptical about it because I like that horror like shit. And I'm like, but is it gonna be good? And they're like, Stephen King watched it back to back twice because it was so good. I'm like, guess I'm
like-
buying it then. All
That's
right.
like when Back to the Future came out and they did was it Ronald Reagan reference to the president
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and the
Yeah.
yeah. So when that came out, the president actually watched it twice because of that reference.
Nice.
It was great.
Ronald Reagan, the actor. Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
watched those movies a lot growing up, and
But yeah, definitely go watch it. We won't spoil it for you, and we won't spoil it for anyone else because it's still out.
It's too new.
Yeah.
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 Came out last week, I think,
Yeah.
or the
No,
week before.
the
maybe.
week
weeks ago,
before.
I
think.
saw it while I was away, like when I was in British Columbia.
Yeah, it was the
so-
week before because I remember watching it the night that you said you were going.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good movie.
Have you seen
Um,
Captain Marvel yet?
Yeah, and I was very disappointed with it.
What?
Yeah,
You-
fucking.
angry white man, you.
They just there was nothing new about it, and it was very obvious, and it was just
Heard it's boring.
it took so
The problem
long.
is that like because I love that kind of shit. Like I've read a lot of the comics. Like I'm more into the DC stuff, but like I know about a lot of this kind of shit. And my only problem with it, and it kind of goes to this boring thing, is like it's almost like a Phase 2 movie. Like we're ramping up to like fucking Endgame and shit.
And
We should have had this movie like 3 years ago.
This movie should have come out ages ago. It was only because they just introduced Captain Marvel to Endgame, which I don't know if anyone's noticed, but that's on the poster, is that she's on there. So
There's like 10 movies I have to watch to catch up.
Yes, there is.
I think the last
There's
one
3
I
of
saw
them a
was
year.
Iron Man 2. Like,
oh my
Holy
god, you're
shit.
way
I'm
behind.
very
Dude.
behind.
So with
It's only been 11 years of movies, dude.
I know.
and I don't know, just like because you've watched Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, and you know who the
Okay,
bad.
was that a question or a statement?
That was more of a question for Gory, and Gory hasn't seen it because he just shook his head.
No, I shook my
you
head.
know, okay, so you know who the bad guy is in that. When that comes out, when you go and watch it, you'll figure that
Okay.
out. He's in this one as well, and they play him off as the good guy in this one. So
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna time you out on that one though. They base that whole thing off of a storyline that's accurate. They're still gonna be the bad guys.
yeah. They're still the bad guys, but it's just like you know what I mean. Like it was just obvious of what was going to happen in that movie.
Sure, but they
because-
humanize them. But I actually liked that because in the comics they do that as well. It's actually facing exactly like that. Almost played it exactly like it does in one of the comics.
Yeah,
They set them off, and this is why Captain Marvel and a lot of like the Avenger people are pissed off because they basically set them off so that they could thrive, and then they come back. So phase 4 or whatever the next phase of the Marvel movies, they're gonna come back as the bad guys still.
Yeah.
Well, isn't
they
Captain
still are the
Marvel
bad
a
guys.
new addition to the universe?
Yeah.
In the not in the
and
comics,
in
but
the
in
MCU,
the
yes.
in the movies. In the comics, she's been around for a long time.
Oh,
Like
okay,
at the end of Infinity Wars when they announced they're making a Captain Marvel movie, was
Yeah.
okay. So
because
she's not just
because
the
there was a-
character
there was
isn't just sprung
yeah,
up out of nowhere.
there's a post-credit scene.
No.
Which if you've
Yeah.
I've seen MCU movies, they've always got post-credit scenes of what's going to be in
Sometimes
the
more
next
than
movie.
one.
Yeah, well, this one had 2. But
Yeah.
the Infinity War one ends up with him using like a little thing to call her.
Pager.
And that's how they
A little thing.
fucking
So-
whatever. And I couldn't remember the name of it. And that's how we know that they're making Captain Marvel movie, because that was the symbol on the pager.
But know what's
And-
funny though is that if you weren't familiar with the comics, that pager might have meant nothing.
Yeah.
Because they just show her like her symbol.
But then they did them. Yeah, if you weren't familiar with the character, you didn't know the symbol. Yeah, but then they did the movie, and you find out why it's a pager.
Well, of course,
and
yeah.
everything.
To put it in
Um,
perspective, Captain Marvel is the Superman of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and she basically has every power you can think of, and is basically like the antithesis to the baddies. Like she's just. My only fear for Endgame is how they're gonna make her not just be able to walk in and fix it.
because they're not. Because the new trailer came out for Avengers Endgame, and
Yeah.
they showed the. I don't want to say it. I don't want to
The
say it.
patriarchy.
They show off the quantum.
Patriarchy.
They show off the quantum suits.
They do,
Oh.
and I know that, but I mean, like in an actual fight,
Oh no,
she
yeah,
doesn't
she'll mop the
lose.
floor.
Quantum suits
Quantum suits is
So
for
go to
when
the
they go
quantum
into
realm. Yeah.
with Q.
time.
Star Trek?
Fucking.
No, fuck's
They're
sake.
talking to. It's gonna be time travel. It's gonna be. They go back in time.
It's going to be. They showed the all the original Avengers guys wearing their original shit from the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're going to go back in time to that point and basically relive the first Avengers movie, but with the newer people like Rocket and shit like that, and going to try and change the course of what happened, because
Yeah.
that's sort of where it all started. I think that's what's going to happen.
It's gonna be. Yeah, they're gonna go. I reckon they'll go through the portal.
Yeah.
They'll go through
Yeah.
the fucking portal where they're invading Earth. That's my theory. I'm gonna stick with that theory, and if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be very sad.
Gory's like, what the fuck you fucking nerds talking about?
I just
Have you
I
seen-
know
have
I
you seen
like
the
10 years worth of
have you
movies to
seen
catch
the
up on.
first-
It's just a thing I'll do.
You've seen the first Avengers movie, yeah?
No,
No,
I'm,
he said Iron
I'm
Man 2,
so
dude.
far behind.
No, Iron Man 2 came out after the first Avengers.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Mm,
I don't know. MCU.
I don't know.
God, there's so much shit.
I spent a lot of time not liking
Nope.
superhero
Iron
movies.
Man, the Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, the Avengers. That's the order of the
Okay.
first 5 films.
Okay, I'll catch up.
And then
I will. Man, I watched the original X-Men and I was like, this is janky. You know,
Yeah, but
so,
that's
like,
different. That
I
was-
know
that
I
was
spent,
Fox.
but I spent years not liking superhero movies and then like
Then-
everybody
Did you
likes
see The Dark Knight?
Then everybody likes Spider-Man, and I was like, these movies suck. And then they remake it to the Amazing Spider-Man with that one dude who was in the
Andrew
Facebook
Garfield.
movie. It was
Yeah.
so good, and like nobody saw it because they're like, I don't want to watch another one. I'm like, but this
Well,
is
that's
really good.
it was good because they had
Yeah.
they had a couple of new bad guys and new people in it, but it was also bad because it's like, well, they just did the same thing again. They just did
That's why I
the
really
story-
liked the newest one.
the new
Because they skipped that shit. They were like, yeah, I got bit by a
It's-
spider and
it's
I'm a
6 months.
superhero now.
It's 6 months after, because in Civil War is when they introduce him.
Yeah.
And he says it's been 6 months since I've had these powers,
Yeah.
and that's when he gets. But that's also when he just gets the new suit and everything.
But have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
No, I
No,
haven't
I
seen
haven't seen that yet.
Dude,
it.
holy
People are saying it's really good.
fuck.
Yeah.
It's probably the
Well,
best,
didn't it just-
one of the best animated movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Didn't
Dude.
it
It's
just-
so fucking good.
Didn't it just win an
That's
award?
very
for
recent,
animated
like
movie?
a month or so.
Sorry, what was that, Mike?
Didn't it just win an award at the for an animated movie?
I
something
think it
like-
won multiple awards.
Yeah. But no, I need to watch that. I'll probably watch that tonight actually if it's out anywhere.
It's
No
so
Division?
no, it's still in theaters, man. It's been like blowing up.
It's not in theaters over here.
Oh, because yeah, I just googled it and I can watch it at 6:40 or a bunch of times tomorrow here. It's still in theaters.
It's
Holy
not,
shit,
Not near me.
dude! $90 million to make. They made $400 million. Oh,
That's
I just hate people. You go to theaters, it's just people fucking ruin it. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna get a really nice setup, like a giant 4K display and surround sound, and then I'll like watch like a minimum of 2 movies a week. You know, I'll get like a
Right.
master list of movies that I've missed out on in the past, now like 12
10 years.
Yeah, seriously. But I mean, like, if you do like, you know, if you look at a list like the top 100 movies of 2005, the top one, and then like cherry pick like through there, like, okay,
Right. Like I won't.
Like-
This one might be an objectively good movie, but I don't give a shit about this genre, so I won't watch that and
yeah.
strike off ones.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I'm not gonna go to like Academy Award movies. Like, I mean, maybe they'll be in there, but not on
Well,
purpose.
that's what I was trying to explain to somebody the difference between a fun movie and a good movie. Like the best. You ever seen that Budapest Hotel movie?
no.
Hostel?
No,
I thought that's what you meant.
no. Budapest Hotel. It's a movie,
Oh,
and
okay.
it won like a shitload of awards for all its cinematography,
And
its
it's-
coloring, its tone and shit.
Sure.
But you watch it, and I'm like, I'm bored as piss.
Yeah.
Sure, like fundamentally, if you break it down to all its pieces, it's like a masterpiece. But it's just I just can't watch it. Whereas you watch something that is like jankier as far as filmography goes. Like if you have like a film major watching it, they're like, this isn't very good. But I left being like, that was really fun. I could watch that again. You know what I mean? Like there's a big difference between a fun movie and a good movie. And finding that balance is always kind of the good.
Yeah.
Fun movies can be good.
Like absolutely.
You
what
know?
was
But
the
there
bit-
can be
like-
there can be good movies that aren't fun.
Like Spider-Man, the one for the MCU. That was fun, and it was good.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
What was the other one? There was another movie that came out recently that I really enjoyed because it was fun and like I love comedy movies, like shit that just makes fun of itself. Like Deadpool's a good example of that.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
I still, and I like,
Bro.
I read a lot of Deadpool comics. Like, I had a stack of
You're
them as a
not
kid.
helping your situation. You're just making me more
Watch the
disappointed.
fucking
I
movies, dude.
will.
It's like an hour and a half of your
will.
time.
You gotta watch Deadpool
Fuck.
1 and 2 though. You will love them. They're
Will.
funny. They're fucking.
Ryan Reynolds is his name?
Yeah.
He's hysterical. He's
is.
probably a perfect pick for
and
that
he's
role.
Canadian.
Well, that
Is he Canadian?
It has to.
He's
Damn
from
it.
Vancouver, and all of Deadpool 1 and 2
He
was
has-
filmed in Vancouver.
He has to be in that movie because he was in the other ones. He was in the X-Men.
Technically, yeah.
He was Deadpool in X-Men Origin. No,
Yes.
Wolverine
no,
Origin.
Wolverine. Yeah.
the Wolverine movie. He was Deadpool.
But it was
in
bad.
It was bad. Well, I love the
Bad.
fact that they made fun of the fact.
No,
that the
no.
swords... No. Well, that's in the trailer. That's in the trailer.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
go back and watch the X-Men movies. They're fucking
No. It's
stupid.
more of like for their no. I'm
In the
I'm-
Wolverine.
And the re-
in the Wolverine.
the
Origin-
reason that I can like watch eventually Avengers and Endgame and all that is because I know of those characters and maybe flipped through some comics, but I didn't really. But I read a lot of X-Men growing up, like a lot.
So you're pissed off at how
And
they did
I
it,
watched
basically?
these movies and it's like, and they were like the first string of superhero movies. So they were just
Technically, it was the
fucking
first ones,
stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, they were like the very
Yeah,
first
he
ones,
did
and like
slap us.
if they went back and like made those now, they'd be like really good.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
you know
just,
what?
Like,
That's what. But they don't
they
because
shat
like
all over my childhood.
this year
I'm sorry,
they're
but
doing
you
a
just-
Dark Phoenix movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go see that. I'm not.
And Dark Phoenix, the storyline, if as somebody who's read the X-Men comics, is fucking dope.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna watch it
it's
because I
really
know they're
gritty.
gonna ruin it. They are going to ruin
It's
it,
really dark and gritty.
and
I
they're
just-
gonna ruin it.
I just want Ryan Reynolds to bring back Hugh Jackman to play fucking Wolverine for one more movie.
You totally will.
He's
Are you
trying.
kidding?
He's trying. He wants him in the third one. He's
Did you see those commercials they made for each other?
Yes.
Yeah. It just
Uh,
like pours it
I'm
out.
sorry, but Hugh Jackman is just the best actor for Wolverine. Hands
He
down.
is Wolverine, dude.
Yeah, well, like there's no one else.
He won it. He's in the Guinness World Record book now.
For
Longest
what?
person portraying a single character in any mode of.
Oh.
media.
Yeah, and he
He played
how
Wolverine
long-
for like 16 years or something stupid.
Yeah, and like there's
Okay.
you cannot see Wolverine as anyone else.
I
Yeah.
know he did it perfectly.
It's like if they try to replace him, they're gonna fuck it up. Unless they did like a really young version of him, like back when he was growing up. Like
Right.
that's
yeah.
the only time they'll ever be able to do it. Like they
Then he had
can't-
the bone claws, and he wouldn't have his adamantium, and then he'd be
Yeah.
like kind of
Was
Wolverine. sort of.
Logan back then?
Logan. Well, yeah, but did you see Logan?
No.
What
I
the
watched X-Men 1 and 2
fuck,
and then I
bro?
stopped.
Look at
Because it's an
he
X-Men movie and
walks
it probably
away.
sucks.
No, dude, it's actually amazing. Like it's not an X-Men movie. It was actually made by a different group of people. It's rated R for one.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, dude, it's an
Oh,
adult
shit,
Logan.
dude.
You know Old Man Logan, the comics? Like where he's like old and his powers are like starting to lessen and he's not healing as
That might
well.
have been after. I mean, by the time I stopped reading, by the time I get to high school, I'm talking about like growing
Like
up,
the
like as a
1600s?
kid. Yeah,
He was in the
1600s.
army and he stopped reading altogether.
He never knew how to read. But yeah, no, dude, Logan, it's rated R, it's adult, and it's dark and awesome.
It says he's getting older and he's losing all his powers pretty much.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like his heel, like as his claws are coming out, they're not coming out properly. He has to like kind of like pull them out, and like they're not, his knuckles aren't healing properly, so they're like getting infected and shit from where they're coming out and shit like that, or like he's getting stabbed and shot and stuff, and they're not healing properly and stuff.
Okay,
And what's his
I'll
name?
check it out. I wish they'd make them all.
Xavier has
I
like
wish they'd make
cancer
them
and is
all
old.
R. Make them all R rated.
Well, they're doing a I think it's just called Mutants, and it's the first Marvel-made X-Men movie. They're kind because Marvel now owns all the rights to it, and it's a rated R horror movie based on a bunch of them getting like their powers, and they're in like an insane asylum with other people, and they kind of like have these powers and they don't know what to do with them.
It's gonna be a movie or a TV show?
Movie. It's technically the next after Dark Phoenix. It's the next one, and it's the first Marvel made one.
Okay, that
Same
would probably
same
be
thing with
fucking
they're gonna do
super
Fantastic
creepy.
Four again. So Fantastic Four and X-Men are now gonna be able to go into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with everything else.
Hey,
Same thing with Deadpool.
On other note, guess who's back doing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
James Gunn.
Yep, he's back. I'm so happy about that, and it's going to be the first time a director has done 3 of the same movies, like same category, like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be the first time a director's done a 3 trilogy, whatever. Fuck. I don't know.
Also, first director ever to simultaneously work for Marvel and DC at the same time.
Who is joining Reaper's lovely operation?
Yeah, you guys have to get going soon.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up in here in about 10 minutes, I reckon.
Right, then you filthy peasants.
Alright, we'll we'll do another 10 minutes of video games. What else have we got coming out?
I don't know what's on the docket. I'm sure
what
we've
is-
missed a whole bunch of shit by talking about nothing.
Yeah, well, we knew
Yeah,
this
we
would
did
happen.
get derailed.
We knew this would happen.
The next game I have in my calendar that I care about is Mortal Kombat, which isn't even until next month.
Oh, dude, I'm so stoked for
I
that.
put the games that I want to play in red on my phone, and so in that month, and obviously there's more games in 2019. There's just not release dates, but I have nothing else new in March, which is great because it's Division 2. And then in the same week in April, if things don't get delayed, Mortal Kombat, and then Days Gone on the PS4.
That's the
Days
There's
Gone.
nothing else between.
So that looks so good. I'm afraid it's gonna flop.
It might suck though.
That's what I mean.
It might be like a
It
weekend
looks
game.
really good. Yeah, it looks really good, but
Well,
I'm
I finished-
afraid it's gonna suck.
And you know, not every game has to be The Division or Destiny, where I sink 5,000 hours into it.
No, like
True,
fucking
Like,
Spider-Man
if-
that came out. The Spider-Man game that came out on PS4. That was
Yeah,
only-
Yeah,
that
it's
was
just
only
fun.
20 hours long. I finished that in a
But
day.
it was fun as fuck though. It was really awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
finished
fun
that-
while you play it.
I finished that. I got home from work that morning. It was about 7 a.m. and I finished it about 10 p.m. that night.
Fuck me,
Yeah, I
dude.
just kept playing it.
And some games, it's just like Journey. Did you guys ever play Journey on the PS3?
Hell
Or
yeah.
Now you can play it on the PS4 and I think PC. I played it within the first few weeks when it came out. I started it and beat it in the night, and I have no regrets. You know?
Journey's awesome, man. Journey is so good. Like stylistically, like it's beautiful. It really is.
I didn't know that those were real people. So the very
What'd you
first
break?
time,
Did you just drop something?
Yeah, there was a bolt and it just fell in my beer bottles.
Oh,
when I
fuck.
played Journey for the first time, I didn't know anything about it. I was just at GameStop in South Dakota, fucking, because they had the best GameStop down there. I was living in Iowa,
Sure.
and I went over there, and I was just like, "What's this game?" You know, and they're like, told me about it. I was like, "Well, it looks cool. I'm gonna get it." And like, I went home and like I started playing a level.
Oh,
and
so
maybe
you
get
knew
to the
nothing about it?
I knew nothing about it, and then you meet another character like you, and you start doing the weird communication just by
Yeah.
tapping the button. I was like, this is really cool. And then I'm
Yep.
like, is this a person? I didn't know it was a real person because there's no multiplayer. And then I was
Technically.
like, I think this is a really good. No, I mean like it's not advertised. Like,
Yeah.
And I think maybe now on the PC you can actually pick people. But anyway, I was like, this is acting really weird. I don't know if this is AI. And then, yeah. And then at the end of the game, you see who you played with.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Dude, that game was amazing. I was the same way, dude. It was like on a sale or something, and I just like, oh, I'll play it, and I just downloaded it, and I was like, oh my fucking, same sort of thing. Like I was going around going like,
Beautiful.
oh, like I couldn't.
I just finished A Way Out with my girlfriend.
A Way Out. Which
Yeah,
one's that one?
It's the co-op one where it's split screen.
I had it spoiled though. I watched Summit and
Oh yes, I
watched
played that with a
Summit
buddy.
and what's his name, Josh play.
Dude, that was such
So
a good.
I got that's actually one of the games that you can get the experience by watching people play, which
Well, 'cause it's
probably
kinda like
hurts
a
the
show,
sales.
right?
Yeah, it's like a TV show, and all they're doing is interacting with the TV show.
Well, and if one person owns it, the other person can play it for free.
Yeah,
Which is awesome.
I love
So
it,
like
yeah,
me,
so-
like I bought it and my buddy plays it. But yeah, you can totally check my playlist on my YouTube for my.
Anyway, yeah. So that ending though.
Oh, is this the sellout part of the stream?
Oh, what do you mean? This.
We're getting to the end, and we should start wrapping it up. But I just want to talk about that ending for The Way Out though.
Yeah. Please.
That was-
Wait, talk about the engine?
The ending.
The ending.
Oh,
He wants to
okay.
ruin it for everybody.
Well, you've already seen it, and it's been out.
Oh
for a
yeah,
while.
you
If
won't ruin it
haven't-
for me.
If you haven't seen it, mute the fucking stream. Don't leave. Mute it.
Don't leave. Yeah, please stay, please.
But like that plot twist at the end, where the dude turns out to be a cop.
Yep.
Like.
Oh yeah.
And you
holy
start
fuck.
fighting
And
each
you
other.
start having a yeah. My girlfriend sucks at video games, so I won that. But like I tried playing it, just like I was trying to be nice, just be like, I want to see what the ending is like. If you win, and then I'll go back later with someone else and fucking all by myself and just beat the shit out of my guy. Like.
It was hysterical. I was watching Summit and Josh play, and they had no idea that none of us knew it was coming. And
No one
then,
Cause like.
Summit was the guy in the boat, the bad guy, and Josh was the guy in the cop. And so, cop has the chance first to shoot down at the boat, and Summit's just like, "It's not fair. You're a Counter-Strike player. It's not fair." It's so funny. Someone actually won the battle at the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I would say that's going to have to do it for us today. We do have Armor 3 coming up in the next 15 minutes. Me and Coop will be there. I'll be
We will.
streaming it.
Yep. I will be recording it, and this whole stream will be on my channel tomorrow.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah.
So again, thank you to everyone who came. Thank you, Gory and Coop. This has actually been a lot of fun. And we did an hour and 45 minutes of this talking. And even though it was
And technically, the only thing that we had written down was the Division and that SWAT
and
game.
I wrote down Final Fantasy 15, but then I didn't have any notes on it.
So
Because I was like, I played that.
So that's something we've got it next Saturday, same time, same place. Well, I'll be at the same place. I don't know about you two. But yeah, this would be great. I've really enjoyed doing this, and I thought it would.
A lot of fun.
The jankiness turned out to be really good. I reckon.
Yeah, it's not too bad. We're
We janked the shit out of this stream, but
Endearing.
endearing.
We
Yeah.
had some new
At least it
people.
shows we tried.
Yeah, we had some new people. We had Tim's who followed today, which was really nice.
Oh, we got a
Tim-
new follower.
Yeah, Tim's is a guy from Project Uncut, which is a Australian Armor 3 mod. So it adds in all the Australian units and shit, which is really cool. We had some new people show up, like Hey Dry Den is a new person I've never seen here before, and he's come and said hello to us, which is really great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and it sounds like
Good excuse to stop playing video games for a couple hours to talk about video games.
Yeah. And we did that.
exactly.
Fuck, we're gonna get off track here, but we did that on the test stream as well. We did 4 hours. of
Dude,
just
that was a
talking.
long time,
We did
dude. That was
4
like it was like 2 in the morning. Like, dude, I gotta go to fucking bed. Like.
Yeah. But no, this is great, and I really enjoyed it. And I think everyone
Yeah,
who
me too.
came out, like Cooper said, go check it out on his YouTube at whatever the fuck that link is. Fucking youtube.com/ycooperY because he can't.
That is it.
Because he
that
can't
is
just
it.
have normal Cooper for some reason.
Yeah, like that's not taken.
Yeah, probably is.
If you want to follow me, you gotta find me.
Yeah.
But there's no content when you do. So
Yeah. What do you mean? You put up that video with the sword and some bullshit talking about something.
some bullshit talking.
What are you talking about?
Holy shit! Never mind.
It obviously wasn't that important if Cooper didn't pay attention. But yeah,
Well, I was listening to it, but I kind of like it was just I thought that it was a video of something, so I skipped like halfway through, and it was still just the burning sword. I'm like, am I missing something?
No, I was just telling a story.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
then I'll
ki-
go
it
back and watch
It
it
was
for
kind of a
context
fucked
on
up thing
that.
that happened. No, you don't have to. It's 10 minutes long. It's a valuable time in a person's life.
Let's end it up here. Thank you everyone who came. I'm gonna set up to play some Arma 3 with Coop because Corey's an arse and doesn't want to play with us.
And if you guys play Division later, let me know.
Yeah, dude,
I will probably do that.
I'll be on after Arma for sure.
Yep. All right. Well, yep. Thanks everybody for coming out, and we will see you next week, same place, same time, doing same sort of stupid shit.
Bye everyone.
Definitely.
Later, skaters.
Good night, guys.